Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I am your host with the shitty mic, Brobuscus, and with me today is ZDogg.
Don't worry, I am here, and I'm gonna do my own thing.
And we have Richard.
All right, let's do this one last time.
Okay.
So, yes, so I'm just gonna get this off the bat. Someone might be very excited today if you can tell.
It's me!
I don't know exactly both of us, but
No, it's all three of us. Who the fuck are we kidding?
Yeah, honestly.
yeah. Yeah, let's just say something is about to get paid off if you've been a long-time viewer of the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh.
7 years in the making.
Yep. But
okay.
Let's
Alright.
be fair.
First of all, first and foremost, let
Yeah.
me just say, you might notice things
Oh yeah.
might be a little different this episode.
Yes.
Yep.
For one, you might notice I probably sound a little different. I don't know. I'm not listening to this back. That's because I am in Michigan right now. I have returned to my home state for the next week. But because of that, I'm not at my computer, so I don't have my microphone. And also, Richard is recording this episode. You probably didn't care about that part, but I'm going to mention it anyway.
It's important.
And yeah, it's going to be a little different.
Yes, because it is me. I am stepping back in the editor's chair for this episode, which I
Indeed.
gotta say, we planned this out before we knew what the next episode was.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's fucking fitting.
Yeah.
It's really, it's really fitting.
Yeah, it's really
Very
funny that worked out that way.
Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, reel it back.
But yeah, we kind of had to do this because I literally am not going back until after the episode comes out. So yeah,
Yep.
we really didn't have much of a choice here.
Yeah, desperate times called for desperate measures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah, we couldn't have picked a more fitting episode to do this for, but we'll get to that later. Because right now we have the long-awaited winner of the Tournament of Champions. It's finally out. I know we've had like 3 episodes that we've had like 3 matchups that were on both champion polls that ended up happening before this. But hey, you know, better late than never, right?
It's true.
Indeed.
Yeah. The rematch. We had the rematch episode. We had the Kickstarter episode that was ironically part of the first Tournament of Champions. Tournament of Champions. I'm sorry, you're not able to do it, so I got to do it. And now we have the actual Tournament of Champions episode. And
Yep.
what did we?
I might actually. Hold on. I might actually be able to do it. ZDogg, I'm sorry for making you edit.
Welcome to the Tournament of Champions!
Okay, well, I didn't hear it.
I heard it. It came through on OBS.
Okay, cool.
OBS caught it. Let's go.
That was so awkward for me. I didn't hear it.
Nostalgia. Am I right? Man. So yeah.
And we may be seeing something about that again soon.
Yes. Great mini segue. Sponsored by NiceSegway.com. Tournament of Champions may be coming back? Question mark. All the details will be sorted at a later date, more convenient. But
Sir,
until that time,
we got this one.
yes, until that time, here's Tom versus Wiley. The fight that had so much going against it. This was the underdog matchup. This was the one that everybody didn't think would win the actual Tournament of Champions, but it did against all odds. It even beat Kratos versus Asura, although ironically Kratos versus Asura still ended up happening. Semantics. And now it's here, and it's also the Luis episode, so we'll get to that. But now the question is, after a year of waiting, what do we think of it?
Well, I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty sweet. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the wait. I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
For sure.
Although I feel bad, and I swear this will be the last time before we actually talk about it. I feel bad because I do feel like my excitement for the next episode kind of overshadowed it.
Steady yourself.
And I honestly feel really bad about that. But I mean, I thought it was a really fun episode overall. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
First of all, you were right.
We called it.
Yep.
We called it. Again, against all odds.
I had to do gymnastics to get these guys to go with Wiley.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
And I mean, it did. So here we are.
Yep. Although, side note, I do want to give a shout out to your only mate. Probably my second most intense debate. And despite some evidence to the contrary, we both still love each other, and we hold no grudges. We don't pull our punches with each other when it comes to debates. Even though, yes, my hard of hearing and my stubbornness is sometimes a detriment to that style of debating, but nevertheless, just want to say that he did probably a better job explaining a certain element of Tom's analysis better than Death Battle did in their actual episode, so want to give a shout out to him.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. Tom and Jerry case gets whack, yo.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yeah, spoiler alert. After over 70 years of just getting the shit kicked out of him, Wiley actually got a W.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, truth be told, I really don't mind either way. I really don't mind either way. I think both these characters are fun, and just with a match as like it's with Toon Force characters, I guess we'll put it with Toon Force characters as wacky as these two. It's just it really feels like a coin toss, and I just feel they just made the right arguments for why to win. So whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah. I do have some criticisms about their arguments, but I rather save that till we get to it, because I want to talk about the editing and the controversy that comes with this editing. Everybody needs to shut the hell up and get off DJ Tiki's ass for not going all out as he usually does. The man is a god. No, it was also DJ.
Okay.
Yeah. I can bring up the episode to fact check. But yes, so the editing for this came under scrutiny because it wasn't as okay. It was okay. The lead editor was DJ, but the episode editor was
DJ
Max.
Lead on everything, so
yeah, but still, everybody plumped him in with it. But
well, you need to leave him alone.
yes,
He did nothing for this episode.
Yes.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He did research Tom, but
Yes, he did research Tom, but still to Max, everybody needs to chill the hell out, because I did see a lot of people saying that this editing wasn't as dynamic and visually appealing as past episodes we've gotten this year.
What?
I don't fucking know, and because okay, this is in Max's wheelhouse. Max loves cartoon episodes, so I appreciate that he was wanting to take a more laid-back approach with this. It's not as in your face. It's not as wacky as Bill versus Discord or even Scooby versus Courage. It's trying to maintain a low kind of, hip, nostalgic style of editing, and I appreciate that. But I don't like that every episode must be held to the standards of a good episode like Bill versus Discord or Bowser versus Eggman or even Kratos versus Asura. Like, we can have editing that is just simplistic,
I mean, I wouldn't even say it was that simplistic. There's some crazy shit here.
There is, yes. No. Max, Max, as usual, does such a great job with the motion graphics, but also the fact that he included all of the Latin translations for the coyote in his analyses.
That's so good.
Yes, and the way he handled both Tom and Wiley's segments, like, okay, also using real life coyote mythology in the beginning was something I was not expecting.
Yeah, I love when they do that stuff for silly characters like this. That's always fun.
Yes. Yeah. Wiley's was pretty good. Little sad they didn't talk or even make reference to Wiley versus Acme.
Oh yeah, there was like nothing for that.
No, there wasn't. I don't know. Maybe the script editor maybe Liam. I need to stop saying script editor. Maybe Liam just didn't. Maybe Liam just forgot about it.
Maybe.
Either that, or it was like, I don't know. Maybe they were like, it was like just beating a dead horse, or like, it's too easy. Also, that movie got saved, so it's like,
yeah,
the joke's passed.
Yeah, it's past tense, but still.
It's funny though.
It is funny, yeah. Like, I would have at least liked a reference, like, but not even Warner Brothers could keep him down, and just show an article of the Wiley versus Acme movie getting saved. Yes. Also, we said it last time, but this is our first Looney Tunes episode and representation. And
Yep.
Who would have thought it would have been Wiley?
Yeah.
And it was nice that they. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say kind of wild, but I don't know. I think it made for a good introduction to all the wild stuff that's in Looney Tunes.
Yes, and I love that we actually got to the wild. Yeah. I love that we do get a taste of, but we get a small glimpse of other characters like Bugs Bunny, obviously the Tiny Toons, and I don't know. I love how this analysis was doing such a good job of kind of just. It was doing a decent job of hyping up Wile E. Coyote as a character. Like, it starts off at the bottom, but then it kind of ends with him, with some hope and optimism for him, maybe catching the Roadrunner one day. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice note to end on.
Mm-hmm. And then Tom's. Okay, I think Tom's analyses is where Liam had the most fun writing this episode.
Probably.
I think the Heavenly Puss thing is freaking the biggest example of that.
Yeah, the Heavenly Puss. No, the fact that the fact that Tom and Jerry actually have real life significance and they are intertwined with our history.
Yeah, that was fun to learn about. That was all new to me. So
They have a satellite named after them. They have a cocktail. They have a British cocktail named after them.
yeah,
Like, holy shit. Yeah, I think they did a good job with Tom. I think I like Tom's analyses more than Wiley's.
Yeah.
they're close. I think I slightly prefer Wiley's, but like I still think Tom's is really good.
Because Tom's does such a good job of showing just how much of a stark contrast he is to Wiley. He's actually more he's more dependent on his improvisation, whereas Wiley is more dependent on his blueprints, his genius intellect, and executing things according to that. But I appreciate how they made Tom such a I don't want to say competent, but just a more creative character when it comes to how he catches Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like Wiley's failures are like 99% of okay, there's like a 10% of it being like Acme's stuff just being intentionally sabotaged. The rest of it is just Wiley's just an idiot.
Yes.
Which I'm not gonna lie, so many people got so upset over like so many people thought that Wiley's like they mentioned that Wiley has like an IQ of 3, and like they said like okay yeah the results were rigged, but he's still dumb. So many people thought that was gonna get like golden treed a little bit, and I'm like, well, he is an idiot. That's
Okay.
the whole point.
Okay. I
Like, do you not watch this shit?
okay, I have. Okay, it's not that. Okay, he is a genius. He is a competent character. There are things that prove that. But when it comes to him catching the Roadrunner, yes, he can be classified as an idiot because of the fact that he is egotistical, he's vain, he's a narcissistic thing, and above all else, he relies too much on the traps rather than actually improvising and trying some new way of catching the Roadrunner without using any of his usual gadgets or, for that matter, his usual line of thinking. Tom is the complete opposite. Tom is 100% improvisational.
Tom's failures are like 99% of the time is just because he gets outplayed.
Yes.
Like that's just Jerry being built different.
Yes. Tom is a very acclaimed, and I do feel bad that we didn't go over this last time, and that is something I should have pointed out. Tom is more smarter and more acclaimed than Wiley is. Like, Wiley's big source to claim is, okay, he eventually goes to a teaching position at Acme University, and he is teaching the next generation of Toons how to properly use their Toon Force. But in a bubble, that's good, but outside of that's kind of all the Looney Tunes. All the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, all the Looney Tunes are doing that. You're telling me that, like... you're telling me that like Daffy Duck is like this, like freaking like mastermind? Like, nah, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. So okay. I also do want to say, I do want to say, I think Your Only Mate. This is where Your Only Mate comes in. I think Your Only Mate did a better job hyping up Tom and Jerry Chase than the actual episode did, because the way Liam wrote it and the way Wiz is delivering it, it's just meant to be a shock value moment. But when Your Only Mate was talking about it, he brought up the whole Yggdrasil tree and how it functions. But he also brought up things that they also didn't bring up. Like, they did not bring up the fate manipulation that Tom and Jerry have. There were things that were left on the cutting room floor there. I I think Your Only Mate just deserves a gold star for how much he hyped that game up. And I was very disappointed that it barely came into the actual analyses.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm guessing it probably wouldn't change the verdict regardless. So I'm guessing that's why it wasn't as prominent in the other than the spotlight they gave it. If I had to guess anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, ultimately, like, the result basically just boiled down to only one of them had a way to actually like kill the other. Like, really,
Yeah.
Tom's only way he can win this fight is if the Looney DNA dissolver backfired on Wily, which was 100. Like,
Yes.
It's funny because like it's funny that like that is Tom's only win con, because like that sounds ridiculous, but that's still like 100% possible.
Yes, and
Wily's just that much of a screw up.
yes, but then in contrast, and this is something I should have, again, at the time it wasn't so much a stubbornness as it was so much confidence to think that it wouldn't backfire on Wily. But then when I watched the episode and I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Now I actually see what they're going for, because okay, this is a win con for Wily, but it also is a backfire on him at the same time. So
yeah,
it's kind of it's literally a double-edged sword. On the one side, it's going to backfire, and therefore but the backfire is going to affect Tom. But on the other side, it's actually going to give Wily the win.
Yeah.
So, I also want to bring up, this is another criticism I have. I don't agree with how they explained the Looney DNA victory. I don't agree with them saying that the Looney DNA isn't just affecting a tune on a molecular level. It is. In the episode, they straight up say that, and it's in the name. It's the Looney DNA dissolver. DNA involves molecules and R strands, so it does show to come from the tunes and their biochemistry. And their argument that, we've actually seen tunes survive being erased. Yes, because they have Looney DNA. They are practically immune to universal erasure gimmicks and hacks because of their DNA. But if you spray this thing on them, or if they digest it, then it's going to remove that from the equation. And furthermore, I don't agree with the black box saying that it's been confirmed by the official Warner Brothers Looney Tunes Twitter account, that Tom and Jerry are classified as Looney and Toony, so there is no reason to assume the gun wouldn't work on them.
Mm-hmm.
I do not agree with them using Twitter as an argument. Like, ironically, I can accept it for Among Us versus Fall Guys, because, okay, if you're just going to take that very literally, then sure, and it is something they could reasonably do, but for Tom to be confirmed to be Looney and Toony via a Twitter account, that's just somebody running that. There's no evidence in Tom and Jerry that they are indeed of the same Looney molecular structure that all Looney Tunes have.
I mean, I don't really care about that too much. I mean, ultimately, I kind of view them as like possible supporting evidence, because the main thing is that the gun works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones. So like that alone is kind of enough for me to be like, yeah, I can see that working on Tom.
Yes. Which
the rest of it is everything else is just kind of like, okay, it kind of just supports the idea of like the gun working on Tom. Like in a bubble, sure, I can see them being a bit weird to use. Like if it was just if if we were just saying that the Looney DNA dissolver would work on Tom because Warner Brothers just like classifies Tom and Jerry as Looney Tunes, then yeah, okay, that's weird. Since that's not their argument, I'm like, like it's whatever.
Fair. I would have just personally had kept it that, okay, it works because it works on Tom because there is no evidence to suggest that that Tom wouldn't classify as a Looney Tune. And hell, they could have even used Roger Rabbit as an example that we even have seen anti-tune. We have seen anti-tune devices or chemicals be used to erase tunes of all types via the dip from Roger Rabbit or a device that was in the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie that nobody out in this fucking group has watched other than me because I'm that freaking old. But the point is that I would have preferred them just using those as an argument to justify Tom being being not effective. Tom being essentially yes, what you said, to susceptible to the Looney DNA remover. That's it.
I get your complaints, but like I said with the other thing, I mean, it's not like it's changed. It's not like it's gonna magically change the outcome. So it's
yeah.
I get your complaint for like maybe a stronger argument for that, but
yes.
Either way, no matter what, it's gonna work on Tom. So.
Yes. I also want to say, because I did see a lot of people, and this is where the Tom and Jerry chase thing really could have came into a play. I did see a lot of confusion, and I myself was confused, but I realized what they were saying until after the fact. So the idea that, okay, everyone has basically calqued Tom as being 3 times universal with the Tom and Jerry chase feats, and Tom and Wile only came out to 2, but I think there was some misunderstanding on what they were really trying to say when they're saying that Looney Tunes can not only survive being erased, but then outside of that, they can survive other things being erased with them. They were essentially saying that, look, if we just put a number to this, Wile E is actually 4 times universal because he can survive his own universe being erased, as well as the animator being erased, and the animator is part of their universe, but then also the animator's universe being erased, and then so on after that. There was some other stuff that go ahead.
I think there was a black box during that part where they were talking about like Looney Tunes universe being like pretty big. So
yes,
like, in comparison, hold on, I'll look it up.
Yes, because I also brought it up in the prediction and that we did, where I stated that going off of Animaniacs, which is canon to the Looney Tunes universe is infinite. It goes on forever. It's inside a snow globe, being held by a Yakko Warner, trapped inside another snow globe that's being held by another Yakko Warner, so on and so forth.
Yep, found it. Okay, while the tree of life encompasses at least 3 finite universes, the animator's universe transcends Looney Tunes as a whole, which encompasses an infinite universe, the serververse, and millions of timelines. So there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so just also wanted to clear that up too. So they're basically saying that Wile E is maybe 5 to 10 times more universal than Tom, who only caps out at like 3.
Yeah. I will say I can understand if people like I can see the criticism that they don't really put a number to Tom's speed.
No.
And I can understand. Like they just kind of say like, oh yeah, Tom can move faster than light. Smile.
Yeah.
I can understand people being upset about that, but I guess really the it really didn't matter in the long run because like you could put whatever number you want to Tom. Wily is just immeasurably fast, so it's like it doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes. And again, they do even say that in Wily's analysis that characters like Bugs Bunny need speed supplements in order to get away from Wily because he's naturally just that fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are. Also, the Bucky O'Hare versus Fox McCloud joke was greatly appreciated, Liam. I see what you did.
I know what you're doing. I saw that immediately. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Also, okay, your only mate was freaked out about this, but I do want to clarify for those who, like him, were a little put off by that. Okay, that coyote was holding a plush cat. It wasn't actually a real cat. So, there you go.
I was about to say that cat looks wild.
It's a plush.
Yeah, it
Also, this is the internet. This is the fucking internet. We've seen worse.
I wish you were wrong.
Bro, ZDogg, you got tag in.
I don't know.
Well, what did you? Well, so any? Oh, go ahead. Damn.
It was a fun time all around, and the one thing I am like, this is in no ways a negative, but I'm just kind of surprised. Am I the only one who was shocked that there was no multiverses footage for Tom and Jerry?
Yes, I am actually shocked.
I know this episode released after the game went down. Rest in peace, by the way.
Yes, rest in peace.
But like, I would have sworn there would have been some footage of that. Like, we got in the command set, we got footage of that fucking Tom and Jerry fighting game for the GameCube. Like, all things.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised we didn't get any multiverses footage. That's.
I guess Max just didn't feel like he needed to because or he felt like he couldn't because there's so much existing footage and material for Tom that trying to sneak multiverses in there would just be difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I guess
there's like 80 years of footage for Tom to use, so.
Right, but I guess I don't remember the moveset off the top of my head, but I guess everything in its moveset would have just been represented elsewhere, so whatever.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Other than that, I just thought it was fun. Like overall, just fun hearing about the characters. I all the wild stuff they get into and the actual lore, learning about the whole origin of the Tom and Jerry thing, which I didn't know. Like I said, that was fun to learn about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for Griff's sake, I think it's very funny that both Space Jam and Space Jam 2 actually played a part in the result. That's hilarious.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it and I'm gonna move on. I disagree. There, I'm done.
Well, whatever. I mean, I just think it's funny that of all things.
That is funny. I'll give him that. I give you credit. That's good.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't really know what to say. What you haven't. It was just fun, and the editing was very good.
Yes, and everybody get the hell off of Max's case. God damn it.
Yeah. Gosh. Death Battle community, stop complaining for 1 second. Impossible challenge. Challenge impossible.
Yeah.
I wish you were wrong about that.
Okay, so since this was the Luis episode, how did he do?
Well, considering I said on my Blue Sky post that this is my favorite of his trilogy, I think he did pretty good.
Yes, him and Sea Salt did a great job. It wasn't just Luis; it was Sea Salt helping him out.
Yeah. Now I will admit, I may have jumped the gun a little bit when I said that, but I still think it is really good.
Yes. Okay. Of his trilogy so far, I think it's the most on model. It's the most on point.
Yes. It It feels the most like an episode. It feels the most like both characters' source material.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely comes off as more of an official crossover that we never saw that released into the world than something like Scooby vs. Courage. Even though I love Scooby vs. Courage, it's still my favorite episode of all time. But even I have to admit that, yes, there were some moments where the animation kind of fell a little off model, and you can tell that, okay, it had to go a bunch of different places. But since it's just two people animating this, and obviously everyone else helping out with miscellaneous things to make Luis's job very easier, I thought it was good. I thought it was the best looking one of the trilogy. That I can admit.
Oh yeah, I think that's a question.
Yeah.
I will say, I do have to share a little bit of I don't know if I'd say it's a complaint, but it is like a thing that it's kind of distracting. I had something it's kind of something that Torok said when the preview came out, and I'm kind of like picking up on it every time I watch the full thing. Tom looks different. I don't know if I'd say not bad, not even remotely, but something about Tom, the way he looks in this fight feels a bit different in comparison to his shorts.
Yes, because this is supposed to be gray-haired Tom, not blue hair.
I'm not just talking about that. He's gray in his shorts like half the time, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really put a description on it. It just looks
So.
off. Question mark.
So okay, I think I know what it is. Because it helps that. Again, thank you, Max, my guy. It does help that Max provides a ton of footage for Tom beforehand, so even if you subconsciously still remembered what Tom looks like, seeing it helps paint the picture more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the head.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's the head for Tom that's kind of throwing us all off, because okay, we don't even need to use footage, for example. We can use Brobuscus's beautifully drawn render as an example. You'll notice that Tom's head is, I don't know, bro. You want to take over?
For me, Tom looks the best when he's doing that like pouty face he does. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know the meme.
Yeah, the meme. But almost all the other facial animations he does, I don't know. They don't look bad. Not even a little bit.
No, I think
it's just
okay.
It's different and it's distracting.
Yes. Okay. So, fast forwarding through the animation, because I have the animation up to help me. There are some shots, and this is kind of how Tom's head has always been. Tom's head in the original shorts, and even how he's drawn in some things, like the very first Tom and Jerry movie. Tom has this kind of round head. It almost looks like, I don't want to say it looks like a bowling ball or a basketball shape, but it's very round in how it is. And then the ears are more further in the back. But then when you go to the shot where he's just standing still, like there's no meme faces, it looks too square sometimes. Like, it's almost like the shape of his head is a little off model, and it's not on model. So I think it's the face and the overall head. The body looks right. Like, his body proportions are fine. He looks like how he's supposed to look, but it's just the head and it's the face that is throwing everyone off.
Yeah.
Baby.
Like, and then you contrast this with, okay, I rewatched Scooby vs. Courage just as a compare and contrast, Courage looks mostly more on model than Scooby does, because Scooby is more exaggerated. He's got a more exaggerated shape, whereas Courage is very simplified. He's just a bean. So I think that's what it is here, because Wily looks good. Wily actually looks pretty good.
No notes on Wily. No, he's basically perfect.
Yeah. So that's the criticism I agree with. I think that Tom's head is a little inconsistent in some frames. Like in one frame he'll look good, like the frame, we'll get to this later, but the climax where he's doing the meme now, where somebody just took out Wily and just put in, you know what I'm talking about. That looks good, but the first couple minutes of the fight, or the first minute of the fight, he just looks a little off. So I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, honestly, but I mean,
I don't have a problem.
it doesn't take me out of the episode.
okay.
It's just okay. It's the fact of like, okay, to Luis's in Luis's and Sea Salt's defense, it's fucking hard trying to consistently keep Tom on model for something that is supposed to be a long fluid animation.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, this literally looks like modernized Looney Tunes Tom and Jerry crossover.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really good. They popped off with the visuals and everything.
It's clear that Liam did his homework. He went back. He picked some of the best segments of Wile and Tom to use. Which, by the way, I love that this is okay. This is technically a Looney Tune. This is technically a Looney Tunes crossover, but with Tom and Jerry in it. But it feels very balanced because Tom and Jerry are just passing by while Wiley's trying to catch the Roadrunner, and that's where it just starts. So I do appreciate how, okay, it's almost like Tom and Jerry just stumbled into a Roadrunner cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, on that note, the house on the truck. Mwah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. That was great. I appreciated that. I give you credit. That was good.
Yeah.
My
God.
Yeah. And okay, what else do we say? Like, what do you here's the checklist. What do we need? Okay, we need Tom chasing Jerry. Check. We need Wiley chasing Roadrunner. Check. We need the Roadrunner. Yeah, we need the meat. We get the meat. We get that. We need Jerry and Roadrunner going off and coming back in one shot that I didn't know about until Luis pointed it out. Check. We need the Tom scream. Check. We need the signs for Wily communicating. Check.
Yep.
We need a random sequence where we're quoting from Starship Troopers of all fucking things.
Sure, why not?
Like anything you can think. Oh, we need them fighting in the air. Check. We need the tunnel gag, which, by the way, Luis and Liam actually reference the Looney Tune fighting game, where that's Wiley's attack. He paints a hole and into a wall, and he paints a tunnel into the wall, and then he paints the truck coming out of it. That was good. I like what you did there. Like, everything you could ever love from a Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes cartoon, it's here.
Yep.
And how can you not smile when you see these things?
Exactly. Also, credits. I mean, I know we were going to get the scientific name things at the beginning. That's very much appreciated. Credits for having one of the funniest post-season 5 fight graphics.
Yes! welcome back.
I'm so happy that
getting the Italian. Why did I say Italian? Getting the Latin translations were definitely a must, but actually having the fight translation come up. Holy crap! Like, my goodness. I give. I love this episode even more just for that. Oh wait,
Exactly.
how could we love this episode more? There are Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, there no one of Easter eggs. Gosh dang it.
Where the hell do we even start with that?
Well,
House, I guess.
the house. Here, let's start small. If you look on your left, across from our two fighters, you'll see that the owner of this house has John Mitchell's Kyle Rayner versus Simone the Digger poster framed. And then right next to that, you'll see the actual Wiz and Boomstick poster that Brobuscus and I have. And
Bastards, what?
yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And and you also have Simon the Chipmunk and Kyle from South Park.
God damn it.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
We have the TARDIS. Sure. We have. Yep, you have Ash. Yeah, you have Ash. Ash is there. You have Among Us and Fall Guys plushies.
Yep, Among Us on the shelf, including a suspicious
Yes,
music box.
yes, there is a music box. You sons of bitches.
I sure do wonder what that's from and what that might be hinting at. Also has colored gems, looks like.
Yes, probably a coincidence.
No. I know where that's from. The colored gems thing. That's Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we're getting Crash Bandicoot versus the Marionette from FNAF. Gotcha.
No, we're getting Crash Bandicoot versus Marcy.
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, but yeah, so just in this house we have several Easter eggs, and it's so fun.
Yeah. all of which are very much appreciated because
Exactly. We also and I already brought up some of the Looney Tunes Easter eggs. I don't know if I'm missing one in particular. Oh wait, I got it. We wanted this fight to go out of the box momentarily.
We got that.
Oh, we did, and okay. Well, let's see. Let's look at these videos, these gems, as it were, because
Well, I can't believe they would leak episode 200 like that. That's crazy.
I know why. What is wrong with them? They don't give any of the shits.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what? Goomba sweep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. We also have we have Wily himself reacting to the death battle, and it's got 2 billion views. That's more views than more views than the Justin Bieber musical music video. I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking. We also have Omni-Man versus Homelander debunked.
By Liam.
By Liam. We also have the 10th Columbo reference, Columbo ASMR to watch. We have Ben Cena versus Chad, not even close, by Sam.
Not even close. Oh my god.
And then we have Flash. It was like, we have Thor. Guys, Thor's just faster. And then we have ranking all of my friends.
Okay, that's how you know it's a Max thing.
Yeah.
that's Max. That's it. Thank you. That was really fun to see. And
Yes.
pointing out everything.
Also, Jerry and Roadrunner were the ones driving that truck.
Ow.
Yes. Yes. They were very well hidden and obscured by Luis, who actually did create 3D models for them.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's slightly less hidden and obscured? That truck has a Bill Cipher logo on it.
Yep, that's right.
I didn't even notice that. I'm not gonna lie. Gosh dang it. Of course it does, even after the fact.
Of
Bill's
course.
still messing with them.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm going back. Yep, it's literally the freaking hood thing.
yep.
Uh-huh.
It. Who knew? So that's where Bill currently resides.
That's where Bill got reincarnated.
Yeah.
Now, which is worse, that or the blender? That
Anyway,
Starscream got fair enough.
I also love the end where. Okay, all right. So we haven't talked about this, so I guess we might as well. The 9 lives.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that is the one thing I will complain about in this episode, because everything else is really fun and all that, but and I get why they have to fit within a time, whatever, I'm sure, and it's not cheap. Animation ain't cheap, but I don't know. I feel like they could have handled that a little better, having all of his lives except one get destroyed by one of the plane
Biplanes.
crash. Yep, by the plane crash. I mean, I don't know. That just feels a bit. I don't know. It feels like they're rushing through it, but I guess they kind of had to if Wiley was gonna win. So
I do agree with Nemesis, because Nemesis brought this up in his review that it's questionable how Tom gets okay, well, first of all, it's questionable how does the plane crash when nothing seemed to be mechanically wrong with it, and
Don't worry
two,
about it.
okay, and two, why does that just cause all of Tom's lives to go? I do agree. I feel like the 9. I knew we had to get the 9 lives, but I feel like there could have been a way, especially when they actually mention in the post analyses that Wiley actually has a way to suck up all of Tom's souls. So I would imagine, okay, could we not just have an invention that accidentally goes wrong and it starts sucking things up, and Tom's souls get sucked up in the process, leaving him only one, which is a callback to a certain Tom and Jerry episode where that actually happens, and one of his souls bites his tail, and Tom, yelping in pain, actually causes all of the souls to go back into his body. I feel so that's my complaint too, but that's nothing against Luis. That's just okay. I wish Liam would have came up with something more creative there.
I was gonna say that. I get if you're gonna have Wiley win, you can't go through those, but
yeah,
I don't know, I feel like it could have been done a little better. But,
yeah, whatever. And yeah, and then okay, we get the Looney Dissolver, which, by the way, Tom putting on brainy specs and just zooming in on what it is, and then reading it. That was funny. I legit laughed harder at that joke.
Freaking great.
And then yeah, the climax.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta be that guy. I still think Scooby versus Courage's climax was better.
I mean, yeah, but also I'm sorry, that's just kind of top tier. In its own right. It's own league when it comes to
it is, I know, but I'm just okay. The setup is good. I do appreciate that both of them get doused with it, and they both have broken bones, and it's just, okay, Wily is finally getting hits with the sign. Okay, that's another thing I want to criticize. I think the hitting Wily with the sign joke got a little repetitive after it was done 3 times.
I get it. I don't know. I honestly think the last time was the funniest, especially when Tom grabs the sign and there's something else on the back.
Take this, and this, and how about this? It's like, oh yeah, well, how you take this? How do you like? And then the death. Okay, this too has questionable decisions by the fans. And I too am perplexed. How the fuck did Tom die to that?
I mean,
I don't know.
I feel like I think just the DNA just made him normal. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. If a house-sized wall fell on you, I don't think you'd feel great either.
No, but okay. Tom. What I mean is, Tom has gotten hit with collapsing debris before and has been fine. I know that the impression. Okay, yes, I know where you're going with this. Mm-hmm. Yes, he lost his loony DNA, meaning that something normal would kill him. But I think that I think it would have just been more better if it was something that actually made more sense than a piece of debris just fell on him. But then you also contrast that with but then how does Wily survive? Oh, well, the tiny umbrella gag, that actually worked this time.
It actually worked this time.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Of course, the one time it actually works is the one time that it needs to actually save his life.
Yes. Now, I have seen people say and make the defense. It's not that the umbrella saved him. It's that the umbrella's Toon Force is intact, so that's how he survived.
Yeah.
Fucking sure. Sure, I guess.
Yeah. So there you go. But still, I do appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I do appreciate that bit at the end.
Yeah.
And that's when he finally gets to talk.
Yep, he has tasted victory.
Which, by the way, that's Billy voicing Wily.
Yep, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds alright. And also, because we missed it, Billy did voice a line from Tom during the war.
Yes, he did.
That's funny to hear.
Yes, he did. So yeah, I thought this. Go ahead.
Real quick, I actually did see people complain about it in another server I was in. The fact that they didn't like how there was blood shown.
That was ketchup.
And y'all are a bunch of babies.
Oh, yeah.
I know. What the frig? Can't have blood for cartoon characters.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it that much, especially since that's the only graphic thing of it. Everything else obviously wasn't done. But I think people said that they would have preferred, I don't know, be ink or something, black ink instead.
Oh my god.
Nah, y'all are a bunch of snowflakes. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Screw you.
Yeah, what the frig? Has modern day Cartoon Network and Hollywood standards made you all soft? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm sorry if I'm offending. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but I don't know what you guys I mean, okay, I guess people were okay, Tom's gonna die, yeah, but there's not gonna be any blood. I'm dude, guys, it's Death Battle, come on, grow up.
He got the easy treatment. You guys are acting like Wily Omni-Manned him to death.
Yeah, I don't find that big a deal with it, but just something I wanted to bring up, but
yeah. So that was the animation.
Yeah, it was.
Look, I'm just saying, if I just see Master Chief get ripped to shreds, then we can deal with a little bit of blood splatter from Tom. All right, calm down.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's fair. But yeah, no. Overall, it was very good. Yeah, surprise. Luis cooked with a hand-drawn animation. The shock.
I know, who could have seen this coming?
My mind is literally like exploded right now. How could Luis have possibly cooked? Oh my god.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. No, it's okay. I was just gonna say real quick. I'm just adrenaline, excitement. I will say, like, okay, look. I do think it is a great animation. Liam and Luis and everyone else packed in a lot of great references that I didn't laugh as hard as I thought I would have, but I did have a grin. I was smiling, and it was nice. It was very enjoyable. But I still think I prefer... Again, this has nothing to do with this fight. It's just a matter of preference. But then it's just also, like, there's unrealistic expectations. You can't expect you cannot expect Luis to just have each cartoon episode he works on be on Scooby versus Courage, because that's just that's unrealistic. We are never gonna get Luis doing we're never gonna get Luis going to those types of levels for hand-drawn animation with cartoon characters again. I think that was just a one-time thing.
Maybe.
But for what it is, I did enjoy it. I appreciated the jokes. I actually love that Luis and Seesaw did a better job keeping mostly everything on model. Aside from Tom's head for a few shots, I think it still is Luis's best looking one. And, you know, we need to be reminded that there is more than one hand-drawn animator in-house with Death Battle, and it's the guy who started them. It's the guy who started the good ones. So, yeah, I appreciate this episode's animation for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, like, yeah, I did have a good time with it. I thought there were a lot of good moments in. I do think it's very funny. They definitely... I think the comedy really works in this animation, especially...
Yeah.
Yeah, overall. I will say, though, I do think... And I say this like it's... Like a doubt. Like a freaking... I don't even know what to say. I do think it's my least favorite of Luis's hand-drawn animations, but, like, the bar is so high that, like, that's not even a diss towards this animation. It's just... Like, you guys have seen the other two hand-drawn animations, right? Like, I don't
yeah, no.
It's nothing against this one at all. Like, it's still really good, and I had a good time with it. But overall, I prefer the action in the other two.
Yeah. Also, I know we didn't talk about the track, but I think that kind of... Okay, I think we can make an exception for this one, because the track it's not a traditional track in the sense, it's literally in the style of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. The track is basically it's reacting to everything on screen, and it's more of it's a literal background track.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, man, thank God there aren't Death Battle fans complaining that, oh man, I wanted a vocal track or something with some hard guitars.
If this was a vocal track, I would have freaking... Like, what are you doing? Like, I guess I would complain, but, like, if vocal track, there's what the hell, man?
Yeah, like,
I mean, it really is just the most background-ish music of all time. So
yeah.
I mean, it sounds good for what it needs to, at least. So
yeah.
Whatever.
I do appreciate that it starts with the opening theme from Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
And then it ends with the ending theme of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
That's all.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are also several Easter eggs within the track that are callbacks to Looney Tune episodes. So, Aaron, I give you credit. That's good.
Yeah, I also give you credit for I also give you credit for adding Mario's one-up sound when.
Yeah.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know there's one reference that ZDogg really appreciates.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm. You're correct. So,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, good
Um.
job on that.
I also want to say. Okay. I. I. I wouldn't say. I do think after the craziness that was Wiley versus. That was Kyle versus Simone. We needed this.
Yeah. Something we can just turn our brains off to, basically. That's still pretty fun. So I agree. And hey, it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, bro.
So I guess
And
that's that.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Is there anything else you want to say on it, or no?
Nope.
All right, then. Well, that's cool. Yeah. No. Good work. Good work to everyone involved. Definitely worth the long wait. So we will take.
Indeed.
Yeah. Now let's just hope that the next the next champion, when it doesn't take this long to doesn't get this much pushback. And like obviously I say that, but I know
Yeah,
the circumstances were special.
I imagine it won't.
I'll see.
But no,
Oh.
instead we have to wait for the most like pop off, shut the hell up next time in existence. Because
Yeah. 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 Death Battle. What the hell? What the actual hell? Oh my gosh! All right. If I may, I would like to build this up because yes.
I mean, don't like.
I'm not going to go too
much. I don't know why you'd expect me to be able to stop you.
You're right. So, yes. So, like I said at the beginning, if you have been with this channel and this podcast for any amount of time, well, actually, no, since the days of season 6, I think you all would know that there's a certain matchup that I have been championing. No pun. That actually wasn't meant to be a pun, but I'll take it. That I've been championing / pushing for a good while now. In fact, at one point, I even said it was my most wanted, and even when another matchup took its place, it was still like just that little bit behind it. But you know, considering now that both characters have been on, I figured it's gonna be a while before this happens. I'll just chill with it. And then Death Metal jump scares us with it this time. I literally got most wanted jump scare. That's insane. Because yes, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, next time on Death Battle, we're getting Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya, a.k.a. Spider-Man versus Deku. What? Hell? Oh my gosh. So yeah, this kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Oh, maybe a little.
Fuck. like, it's been, oh my god, it's been 3 weeks and I'm still speechless. Yeah. So, yeah, like, what the actual hell? Like, literally, this came out of freaking nowhere. Which, I mean, I guess is good considering, you know, there's been a complaint of like, oh, we're just getting Kickstarter matchups. Like when are we going to get something new? well, we got something new, so sure, why not? Yeah, this.
Yeah,
This-
we're getting something new, all right.
Yep. Yeah, to say this has been one of the most surprising reveals in recent history for for us.
I'm back.
It's an Welcome back. Well, you missed my whole thing where we introduced Spider-Man versus Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, to say this isn't the biggest shock I've been at a reaction. Time reaction.
I see what you did there.
Oh, ha! Yes. There we go. That one's too intentional. The guys dig it. Yeah. Anyway, to say that this isn't the most like what the hell reaction to a next time this half. Yeah, is an understatement because like
We literally had a whole segment dedicated to like mourning that this fight wasn't happening.
We did.
When we got Miles versus Static, we had this entire segment dedicated to just us mourning that it was not happening, and then we're like, okay, I mean, maybe someday, you know. And then Deku shows up and he's fighting Asta instead, and we're like, okay, yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah,
That's a rip. That's a rip.
Yeah, and then
it's gonna be a long while.
Yeah.
And R.I.P. in peace, my brother.
And okay, and it's funny now because okay, so there is I want to bring it down. I want to bring it down for just a little bit, and I want to just make a statement to all of those who have lambasted this episode, called Death Battle.
Actually, no, we don't give them any spotlight this time.
No, I'm not giving them spotlight. I'm making a declaration. All of you.
No, we don't do that. No.
No. So this isn't going where you think it is. None of any potential negativity. None of any of that. No spotlight withstanding. None of that has taken away the hype that I feel for my best friend and this episode, because let me just say this episode is going now, as we're recording this episode is going to make any non-spotlight withstanding idiots out in the crowd turn their heads and immediately pull a huh? What?
You know what?
Okay, before we get to that, I have one question.
Yes.
What's up?
ZDogg.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to see this announcement and stop hyperventilating?
I want to say a good 5 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. No.
No, not even that. Maybe, no, honestly, not even that. I think like maybe like a day. Like I was like.
That's more along the lines of what I was expecting.
Yes, ZDogg was in my mind. When I saw this, I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god! It's like,
Yeah.
you know, the best part about this is like when I saw the trailer for the first time, like obviously I was in my mind going into this. I was expecting another Kickstarter match. My mind was either it's probably gonna be Aang versus Traveler, because I don't know, that just makes the most sense.
You can't see me right now, but I'm shaking my head. No.
Well, we're gonna get to it eventually. So.
Shut up!
Yeah, I will. Okay, but no, I saw the spider bite. I'm like, oh, cool. We're getting another Peter episode. That's gonna be fun. Then I got scared by the all for one, a one for all.
Okay, all right, ZDogg. ZDogg. I need to take away your Spider-Man fan card, because how in the fuck could you not recognize that was the spider that bit Miles into the Spider-Verse?
Okay, listen, I could tell it was.
Why did you assume it was Peter?
Okay, I'm not the only one. You can't call me out on that because Sean did the same thing. I saw it.
You know, well, Sean's lost his card a long time ago, but point withstanding.
Okay, whatever.
Point aside. I do not.
ZDogg, don't listen to him. You can keep your card.
I mean, it's not like I can do anything with it anyway. I don't. I'll frame it. I'll put here lies ZDogg's card. I'll frame it, and it'll be in a good place. I'll ship it back to you after a day. But
yeah, like sorry,
no.
Like, I went with that. I seriously thought we were getting another Peter episode, and then I realized, like I was star shocked. Star shocked.
Yep.
Like, listen, I wasn't using. Okay, well, it didn't go down a little. I didn't.
Star shocked if you're watching this. Shut the hell up. I know a joke you're about to make.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even care. Nothing can bring this mood down. Like, literally, I wasn't like, yes. Okay, well, for first time viewers, if you didn't know, yes, this has been one of my most wanted matchups for a long while. At one point, it was even number one.
Yep.
And even when Luigi versus Pac-Man overtook it in my mind, it was always a close second place. Like, but like after Deku versus Asta, oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Even after Deku versus Asta happened, I was like, okay, well, we're definitely not gonna get it for a while then. Like, you know, like I still knew the match was super popular, so I figured, all right, I'll give it like 5 or so years. And then
2.5 years later.
Nope. 2.5 years later, we're actually getting it, and that is insane to me. Like, wow. Like this. I don't even have any words. Like obviously, if my tone couldn't say it, I'm super freaking excited. Super freaking excited for it, but like, man,
it's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it really.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Also, you know what this means. You know what this means is that BrobusCast officially predicted that this episode would happen.
I guess.
Or I don't want to say we had a Brobuscus curse, but we definitely.
I'll say it because literally the day before Wily vs. Tom came out, I was in the lads' voice chat and we were talking about, you know, the possibility of like, what if we do get Deku versus Miles? Like what's gonna happen there? I mean, we kind of talked about it for a little bit, and then fast forward to the next day, the episode comes out. Oh, by the way, Spider-Man versus Deku is next. Smile.
Okay.
I so wish I was there for that.
Yeah.
My goodness, what the heck?
Yeah. No. Okay. I'm not as excited as ZDogg. I don't think anybody can be. But
not me.
no. Because look, I love. I guess this is a great segue into our love for these characters, but I love Miles and I love Deku. Like, I am so happy that these two are coming back and they're getting this fight, because I look Spider-Man versus Static, for the time it was good, but it wasn't great. Deku versus Asta. The less said about that episode, the better. But these two being like, look,
it's not even that bad, but oof.
Yeah, no, but Deku, and that's the thing. I never wanted to see Deku fight anybody else but Miles. Like, I didn't want to see Deku fight Gon. I didn't want to see Deku fight Ruby from Ruby. I didn't want to see Miles fight anybody else because these two have such a great pairing. It's crazy, and you know, I may not be that big of a fan as Deku as I used to be, but I still love this character, and I still remember my hype for My Hero Academia when it was going good back in the day. Like, hell, these two, I can't speak for them, but I actually saw the first My Hero movie in theaters, subbed, with a huge crowd, and when you got to that end climax, all of us there was one guy who was like, that was intense, and then all of us just started laughing and cheering, and then with Miles, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, all right, real quick question: who in this call did not love Into the Spider-Verse? Okay, then that's what I thought.
I shall say nothing.
But I do. I love these two. These two are such adorable, well-written characters. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna come out and say it. Miles, and I talked with my friend last night to come to this bold statement. Miles is better than Peter. There, I said it. His comics are better. His current comics, which I've read, kick Peter's mainline comics' ass. They are so. You know what? Kill off Peter again. Kill him off. Miles is better. Miles is no. Miles comics made me feel things, made me happy, made me smile, made me cry. These are probably the best written mainline Marvel comics I have ever read in my life. These are the best Spider-Man comics I've ever read in my existence. The only good Spider-Man Peter comics is the new Ultimate Universe, because Marvel doesn't get to have the stupid status quo affect that guy. He's cool. That's your Peter Parker you need to be reading, not this fucking loser that we got going on right now, who can't get anything right now. And then Deku as a character, I still love him. Like, I still love his little nerdy ass. Like, he is so... He resonates with a lot of people. And I'm so happy that, you know, for the short time that I was a fan, I'm so happy with how far he progressed. So yeah, I'm excited for this matchup just solely on the principle that these two are going to finally be interacting with each other, and there's going to be so much potential with this episode.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to go next then, or?
No, because my opinion literally doesn't matter. This is all you. This is a you episode.
Fair enough, I guess. So yeah, I guess honestly, I'm gonna kind of go into, since I don't think I ever properly explained like how I got into this as a matchup. So I figured, you know, I think this is as best a time as any to do so. So I remember back in the day, I always saw this matchup a lot. This was like way before, I think it was even before I got into My Hero. So I remember, I forget which came first, but it was either I watched, it was either one or two things. Either I watched, and okay, bro, I'm gonna need you to hold off for a second. I remember I watched the Rewind Rumble version of this match, which, say what you will about modern Rewind Rumble, I still think that episode in particular was really good and really got me invested into the idea in general. Actually, that was kind of, I think that was also the same with Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. But anyway, then I ended up watching My Hero Academia, and I quickly fell in love with it. Especially Deku as a character. He just, like, his charm, his story, his struggles, it's just, I don't know, I will always stand by that. I think Deku is a greatly written character, and My Hero is great. in general. Like, I don't care. I don't care what if that gets me flamed or whatever. I will stand by it. But no, I just kept watching Deku evolve as a character, and like, okay, I need to see this now. I need to see my boy in death battle, and you know, with me liking the Rio and Rumble, I feel like yes, this feels like, and like hearing everything else about it, I feel like this is the match for both.
Mm-hmm.
I will not accept otherwise. Which, admittedly, I have loosened up on. I will accept others for these two. I'm not going to be that person, and you know. And then you know, I saw the Spider-Verse films, or the first Spider-Verse, and like, okay, yep, this cements myself. I need this matchup in my life now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I kept pushing that train for a while because, yeah, I just thought it was a great matchup, and you know, the whole thing with Static happening, and then like I got scared, but then you know there was still a little hope in my mind that it would still happen, and then you know all this new stuff happened with both, and then you know, Cross the Spider-Verse happened, and like okay, I still stand by it.
Yep.
And then Deku versus Asa happened, and like okay, well, I know this isn't gonna happen for a while now, but it's still a pipe dream. I still am hoping for this episode, and now we're here. Which, gosh, it feels so surreal to be saying that, because I don't know. It just feels like, honestly, it feels like the Plankton meme, like like. I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far, because like, you know, like. Ever since then, like I feel like this is like one of the matchups that I've been most known for pushing. I feel like it's this and Loose and Squidward Bakugo, which you know we can push that last one to the side. But I'll have a soft spot for it, but you know, it just feels like you know everywhere, like especially in like this and the lad server, like this is the ZDogg matchup. And it's just, I don't know, it just feels so surreal that it's finally here. But I'm really happy it is. And I absolutely love both characters. Deku, like I said, like, I'm like seeing his struggles and his growth as a character. And he's just such a kind boy. And I don't know, I will always appreciate him. Like, I think, I forget if I said this during the Asta discussion, but he is pretty comfortably like my second favorite character the show's ever used. And you know, seasons 5 through 7 and the end of the manga definitely secured that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, admittedly, other than Spider-Verse, my experience with Miles is like a bit secondhand, but like.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like, I think Spider-Verse alone cements him like as a great character.
It does
overall, and like his struggles, his confrontation with being Spider-Man. It's great. It's such compelling stories, and yeah.
I can say, if you ever want to read a Miles comic, read his run from 2019 to now, or I guess volume 1 to volume 2, because I may have overhyped it, but I'm not joking. I legit am not joking. And when I read these comics, I legit felt like I was reading my Spider-Man, the Spider-Man story I've always wanted, because Peter as of late has just become a useless sack of shit in the mainstream medium when it comes to the comics, because of stupid editorial decisions. But Miles is everything Peter should have been when it comes to his comics, and especially if you love My Hero Academia, Cody Ziegler's run on Miles is straight up, I'm going to make the most anime manga Miles comic you've ever seen in your life, and you're going to enjoy it. If you love
I saw some of the panels you guys were sharing.
Yeah, if you love Jujutsu Kaisen, if you love My Hero Academia, hell, if you love the Dragon Ball Super Tournament arc, guess what? Cody's basically bringing those concepts into Miles's comics. That's so unreal, and the fact that Miles, okay, nobody who doesn't read the funny books is gonna get this. Miles actually made the Clone Saga better because he actually now has a clone brother, and unlike Peter, which by the way, this is actually true. Ben Reilly, Peter's clone, he hates his fucking guts. They both hate each other. They think each other are pieces of shit. But Miles' clone, he fucking loves him. He is adopted into the Morales family by his parents. He's a babysitter for his and Miles's younger infant sister. He takes her out with him like he's Peter B. fucking Parker on patrols. He feels emotions. He gets to be his own person, and it is so good. Miles' struggles in his comics are just so relatable, and they are about a kid just rising up and trying to do the best he can, and that's why his story is just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, again, it is. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Agreed. So,
really, the only last thing I can say that nobody has said yet is that the Spider-Man Insomniac games are peak, and anybody who says differently is smoking up that hate.
The haterade.
The haterade, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yep, the haterade.
The haterade.
Yeah. I really need to play eventually.
No.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2 are peak games. And again, I don't care what anybody else says. They are so good.
Agreed.
There you go.
So
yeah, it is. It's fantastic.
Indeed.
Like it's
Spider-Man 2 could have won
Spider-tastic.
Game of the Year. Fight me. All right, we can move on.
Okay.
Fair enough. So, yeah, if you can tell, like, I think
We're all excited.
Are pretty happy for this to be a thing, and let's just say, I mean, I don't know how much we can say, but yeah, let's just say today may have spiked up that excitement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy.
Okay. All right. So let's
Okay,
take a step back. Let's take a step back.
Can I just literally I'm just gonna go ahead and lead this by saying what in the actual peak.
Okay. So
Yeah.
hey,
Oh my god.
Spider-Man versus Deku is happening. A couple people show up to the stand. It's animated. It's animated by Moro. Everyone shows up.
Are you like? Are you kidding me? Are you actually freaking kidding me? Literally, like the fights that I've like all the fights I've been excited for the most are animated by Moro. Are you actually like how? How the hell?
Oh my god.
But it's not just animated by Moro.
No.
I'll have you know, it's not just your typical Moro animation. Oh no. No, this is stylized 3D animation.
Yep.
This is not Moro's typical hand-drawn escapades, although that would have been nice here. This is. Although I guess if he did do that, we would have had 3 hand-drawn fights in a row. All right, let's.
Yeah, we were in due for a 3D fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is Moro like? Moro's just the master of all animation styles, ain't he?
Yep, he's a master. Yeah. He's a master of 3D animation. He's a master of 2D animation. He's probably a stop-motion master. We don't fucking know. He's probably a sock puppet expert. We don't know.
Oh my
Moro,
god.
Moro, I beg your finest pardon.
Okay, I'll be honest. I was going into it. Well, I don't know how popular this was in other servers. I saw a pretty common prediction for this fight was that it was actually going to be the Torian match.
Yeah.
Because I know, from what I understand, like he said something about wanting to work with Miles for a while.
Yeah.
But well, yeah. Like if this couldn't get any more surprising, Moro the GOAT just here flexing.
Yeah.
Because honestly, why not at this point?
Oh,
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Okay. I think the audience may think we're over exaggerating when you just said that, but no, he's actually flexing. This motherfucker is giving us a stylized 3D fight that looks so good. I have no words. I legit have no words. I'm speechless.
I'll be honest, for a second, I was debating if it was hand-drawn again.
It does look...
How seamless it is. My goodness, it looks so good.
I mean... Okay, okay. If this... So far, if the preview is actually accurate, this is going to be a fight that primarily takes place in the air. And oh my god, if that's true. What the fuck do you mean?
I like.
We're about to see some air shenanigans.
Well, here's another question. Here's another way to ask, what do you mean? How have we still not gotten a Sprite episode?
Yes.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
Yep.
Like,
What?
in that time, we had Shigaraki versus Mahito. We had Master Chief versus Doomslayer. We had Simone versus Kyle.
Yep.
We had Wily versus Tom. We have this fight. What? Okay. If you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go die now.
Rest in peace to the Sprite episodes.
Oh my god! Like, listen, I'm not complaining because all of them have been really good in my opinion, but just like, what do you mean?
This
Like,
is such a contrast to season 10 to season 7.
I was gonna say, yeah. Like, the Sprite team has to be cooking something real big in the background.
Here's the crazy thing. If the next episode is what I think it is, or what I will have what I'd probably expect the most for it to be, yeah, that train ain't stopping.
No, it's not. We at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if our second Sprite fight won't be till like the end of the year.
If it is, I swear.
Because we still have the live action fight and we still have the Torian fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Oh,
my
actually,
God.
it's funny because if the next fight is what I expect it to be, and then the fight after that, which is going to be episode 200, is what I expect it to be, then yeah, we are not getting another Sprite episode for a while.
Nope, we're not. We're not.
Oh my God. Hey, if it's good stuff, it's good stuff. No matter what, it's just what the hell?
What did the Sprite team must really need some time to be cooking what they may be cooking.
Better say, yeah.
Which, you know, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. But
also, like, we're probably, like, at this rate, are we ever gonna get another Sprite My Hero Academia fight?
You know what? Okay, that is the concern right now because everyone's just theorizing. Yeah. So is Moro just gonna take over the MHA fights?
Yeah, I mean, considering the. Well, I guess it's not really on the animation. I was gonna say, considering how people reacted to the two Sprite My Hero fights, maybe it's good.
I mean,
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, no, like, look, I personally think My Hero works best if it is a 3D or hand-drawn fight. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
But still, okay. It is. It just looks so good. It looks so far there doesn't appear now there is some tiny jank here and there if we're just gonna get that out of the way, but for the most part I think this preview is hiding some of Moro's good stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, you're probably right.
it probably is. But, like, man, just little OC. I'm like, gosh.
Yeah.
Just little OC. It looks just so good. Like, I can see some of the jank, but like, I'm sure that it's not going to be as noticeable in the full episode. So whatever.
Not as much as Mahito versus Shigaraki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, do my ears deceive me? That first beat that we heard sounds suspiciously like "What's Up, Danger."
Oh.
I'm not saying this confirms we're getting "What's Up, Danger" again. I'm just saying it's like, oh, because "What's Up, Danger" is so entrenched in my mind. And I did re-listen to it. Yeah.
I think you're overthinking it. The tracks for the previews are usually just like
temp tracks,
stock music.
That's fair. No, but it so I'm not saying that, but it just sounded it did sound a little reminiscent. So they picked a good stock track, is what I'm saying.
There you go.
Speaking of sound,
I was about to say.
Yep.
This actually kind of came as a surprise.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Despite both of them being in death metal already, neither of their original voice actors are coming back, and I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of curious as to why.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it's just they didn't have time or they just wanted to go a new direction with both. Because, I mean, personally speaking, I was more hoping for Jose Estrada to come back. Like, I don't think.
Jose.
The name's blanking me, but whoever did Miles in Spider-Man Static, I think he did all right.
Jordan.
Yeah, Kai Jordan. Yeah, Kai did the voice.
I was gonna say, like, he did all right, but I feel like he could have done. I don't know. I feel like he could have done something. I don't know. It wasn't bad voice, but I do think maybe a better voice could have fit. But I don't know. I personally, like, I know a lot of people are wasn't a fan of it, but I honestly really like the Deku performance in Deku also. But
I think Jose did good as Deku. Like, he sounded as close to Justin as you could get.
Yeah. I don't know why people hate that. I don't know why people don't like that performance so much. It sounds literally just like Deku.
Yeah. But oh well. But yep.
We got some new guys now.
Yeah, official recast. So including one where he's going from one My Hero voice, at least for main combatants, he's going from one My Hero voice to another. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Van Doren is back.
Yep.
If you don't know who that is, he was the voice of Ragnarok in Venom vs. Krona.
Yep.
And Todoroki.
And Todoroki is Yuko Todoroki. That's funny.
Apparently he's just a My Hero chameleon because I honestly until I got the names mixed up, so that's why I made that mistake off camera. But I straight up thought that was Jose, but he just it sounds like him. It does sound similar to Jose's performance.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that means we now have two Deku voice actors that both sound like Justin.
Hey, there you go. Hey, the more the merrier, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, just like how we've had two Gokus in Death Battle, so why not two Dekus?
Yep. Sure. Why the hell not? It sounds good. It sounds good. I'm curious what the full episode's performance will be, though. But we'll see.
Yes, and for Miles, we have Christian Marty.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, we have Christian Marty as Miles.
Yep. Which I know I'm gonna be the only one who's happy about this, but I would like to point out he was a voice role in Bandy's universe. If there's any Nathaniel Bandy fans in the audience, so that's cool. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, he was Captain Falcon, and I think Steve was set in Bandy's universe. So that's funny. I like the crossover, but yeah, no, I like the voice so far.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds really good.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I've seen people compare it to the Insomniac games, which from what I've heard,
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, Kai when Kai was first cast as Miles, he was essentially doing a Into the Spider-Verse impression, which again I know he got a lot of flack for, but I actually thought he sounded good. I thought he did a good job for what the script was given him. Like, he did his job. Now, granted, yes, Static's performance, I've been on history 5 years ago when saying I think Static's performance was the better one of the two, but I still think Kai did a good job. But Christian sounds... Honestly, Christian just has the better Miles voice, and it's not because he's not doing an impression of... it's not just because he's not doing an impression of Into the Spider-Verse. No, it's like I don't want Into the Spider-Verse to essentially be Kevin Conroy's Batman, rest in peace, where it has to be that distinct. It has to be that kind of distinct sound. Like Miles has many appearances outside of Into the Spider-Verse that all have different actors portraying him and giving them their own. Like, okay, you know what's crazy? Uncle Aaron has also voiced Miles.
Oh yeah.
In Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man. Nice.
Yep. So I actually like this performance, and I think that these two are going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear their full voices. So, yeah, it is kind of a shame though that the other two didn't get another chance, but oh well.
Yeah, I very much would have liked Kai and Jose to come back.
Yeah, hopefully they got a chance in other episodes, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe when Bakugo gets in, because Jose's Bakugo is actually kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, I'd like for that.
And then really, I think the last thing we can really talk. I think the last thing we can really talk about is this episode is being written by Kian. And if you don't know why that's actually really cool, is Kian was actually the writer for Vader versus Obito.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is his second fight, and considering how good his script in Vader Obito was, oh my gosh, and also from the previews, like, yeah, we're gonna be good. Because my gosh, yeah, he did really good with his script in Vader Obito. So
yeah,
Abby's got another one. Yeah. So yeah, we got clearly. I'm trying to temper my expectations. I don't want to go into this too excited because there's a fear that I'm going to be disappointed. But like, yeah, I'm hoping that this will probably be another addition to my top 10. So I mean, it's looking good so far, but we will see. Oh my gosh. Also, because I didn't want to mention this because shock factor, I would like to also say, yeah, congratulations for Deku for being the fastest post season 3 returner. I was gonna say, I know there's a if I can find the graphic, I'll put it on screen now. But I think he beats Nolan and Captain Marvel by 1 episode.
Wow.
For returner, I think it's like 27 to 28. I want to say.
Wow, that's funny.
In between their episodes, so good job on him for that. I wanted to bring that up beforehand, but
Move over, Omni-Man. You've been dethroned.
Yep. Gosh. It's funny how that works out.
Yeah.
So. All right. Huh. Man. Man, oh man. Oh.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. I need to
Okay.
get up. I've been sitting on a couch this whole time, and I'm about to pass out.
Oh God. Okay.
So I need to stand up for a little bit so I don't do that.
All right.
But we're good. Okay. So especially since you and me, ZDogg, we got some stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do, don't we?
All right. So I guess let's
debate
get into
time.
that.
Or, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna debate now. Yay, smile. I'm sorry. I just got really tired for some reason, but we're good now.
All good.
All right. So how this is gonna work today? So I will be repping Miles. Yes, I'm back. I'm back in the chair. I got off my break. I got the break I wanted, and I'm back.
There you go.
So I'm repping Miles. ZDogg is repping Deku. If anybody else was repping Deku, this would feel wrong. So,
yep. It's my turn to step back in. So, let's do it.
So yeah, okay. And then I guess ground rules. Well, for one, we're gonna spoil the shit out of My Hero Academia. All right, I know we did it already for Shigaraki versus Mahito. We're gonna do it again. If you know us here on BrobusCast, we don't give a flying shit about spoilers. So
yeah, watch maybe watch the series if you can.
Yeah. And then for Miles, we're gonna try to keep as current as possible. And for like compositing rules, you'll see what we do. It's a little hard to explain right out the gate without us like really getting into it. I guess the only thing I can say before we get super into it is that the Spider-Verse movies were mostly maybe ignored isn't the right word, but they were left out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Marvel. You know how Marvel compositing works these days. It's just Spider-Man decided to make it a little weird. So, and especially since Miles originates in the Ultimate Universe, but that's okay because he was brought to the main one. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I can say any more without us really getting into it. So let's just go ahead and do that.
Yep.
I agree. We're actually just about to hit the 2-hour mark, so we've actually been doing good on time.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
I would like to say as well. Special shout out to Kodo for helping me look over my stuff for Deku, and helping write some parts of the opening statement as well. So I just want to give a shout out to them, especially since it's their birthday today. So wish them a
Happy birthday, Kodo.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Wanted to give the shout out real quick, and now we're good.
Oh yeah, I guess on my end, Richard helped me a lot with Miles' research because Miles has 630 something comics. So if you thought I was doing all that in about 3 weeks by myself, you crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I was happy to help. I think I owe it to Brobuscus for getting me back into Miles's comics. So thank you. It was great helping.
You're welcome. All right, let's.
Also, it's fitting because we have the helpers and we're the successors.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
That was 100% planned, I swear. Anyway.
All right, so the floor is yours, gentlemen.
Yep. Well, the episode is called Spider-Man versus Deku. First of all, thank God for that. Secondly,
Indeed.
that means I go first.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
let's do this, or should I say, all right, let's do this one more time. Welcome, one and all, to Earth 1610. At first, it may not seem too different from the main Marvel universe that we're familiar with. It's still got the greats like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. But there's one major difference that sets it apart. Enter Miles Morales, a seemingly normal kid with perfectly average parents who was lucky enough to be one of 40 kids who was accepted into a charter school. But there is one abnormality in his uncle, Aaron Davis, also known as the infamous thief known as the Prowler. One day...
Sorry.
Shut up!
I was trying to do this.
I know what you were doing.
Sorry, go on.
One day, Prowler pulled off a successful heist on Oscorp, but didn't realize that one of Oscorp's experimental radioactive spiders tagged along. Eventually, that spider found its way to young Miles, and in typical fashion, the spider bit him, giving Miles superpowers. Now, in case you're paying attention, this origin story should sound at least somewhat familiar. Why does this sound like the story of one Peter Parker? Well, this world did have the Parker of Peters, also known as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, until he was killed during a conflict with Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. Feeling guilty for neglecting his newfound abilities and not helping Peter, Miles took up the mantle, becoming the ultimate Spider-Man. As the amazing web slinger, Miles does whatever a spider can. With specialized web shooters, Spider-Man can swing around the city, ensnare blind enemies, or pick up and throw large items. These webs are so strong they can restrain some of Marvel's heavy hitters like the Incredible Hulk. But of course, spiders do more than spin webs of any size. On top of crawling on walls, Spider-Man naturally has the famously broken ability known as the Spider Sense. On top of being your standard issue danger alert, the Spider Sense provides Miles with a sort of precognitive capability, letting him sense attacks coming almost before they even happen, drastically increasing his reaction time. It doesn't matter if he's in any immediate danger or if he's in actual combat. The Spider Sense will keep Spider-Man aware of his surroundings and detect any heat signatures or even pick up on heat signatures. As a fun fact, the Spider Sense is what allows Miles and other Spider-Men to swing around the city without looking where they're going, or looking where they're aiming. That's what I said. Anyway. But Miles has a few more abilities that separate him from Peter. Spider-Man can manipulate his own bioelectricity, which allows him to not only turn invisible to the point that even main universe Peter couldn't detect him with his Spider Sense, but also use said electricity for a concussive attack known as the Venom Blast. This shocking ability can be channeled through Spidey's webs, fists, or even the ground, and shock the targets upon contact. But in case that wasn't cool enough, Spider-Man can use this ability to create constructs of tools or weapons, ranging from energy webs to badass swords. I'm not entirely sure what any of that Venom electricity stuff has to do with having the powers of a spider, but it's still pretty cool. But it's not just his abilities that make him the spectacular Spider-Man. Miles has the proportionate strength and speed of a spider, and that's allowed him to throw shipment crates around, rip off chunks of stone, and take out Dr. Doom's Doombots all by himself. He's fast enough to dodge shots from Prowler, Dr. Doom, and Annihilus, and tough enough to survive multiple explosions and hits from Venom and Rhino. He's skilled enough to take on several Hydra agents and Dr. Doom all by himself, and took on a room full of thugs even with broken ribs. With all these skills and abilities, it's no wonder that he was able to live up to the mantle of Spider-Man. But with great power comes really abysmal luck. In short time, his uncle was killed during their battle, his mother died from a stray bullet during a conflict with Venom, his ex-girlfriend's parents turned out to be Hydra agents, and when his father found out he was Spider-Man, he briefly abandoned his own son. And while they would eventually reconcile, there wasn't enough time to celebrate before his whole universe was destroyed during the fabled Secret Wars, where the Dr. Doom of Earth 616 destroyed both universes and rebuilt them in his own image. Eventually, Doom would be dethroned and things would return to normal. Mostly. As it turns out, Spider-Man and his Miles and his closest friends and family, including those who are dead but now revived, were brought into the main 616 timeline. And here he received training and pointers from the likes of Misty Knight, Iron Man, Dr. Sasquatch, and of course the OG Spider-Man. He fought on Team Iron Man during Civil War II, took out a room full of ninjas, and became a prominent member of hero teams like the Avengers and the Champions. But his more recent escapades put him in conflict with vampires and in training with the famed vampire hunter Blade. During this conflict, Miles suffered from a vampire bite that threatened to turn him too. To combat this, Miles received a sleek upgrade from the King of Wakanda himself, the Black Panther. Thanks to him, Spider-Man was outfitted with a new suit made out of a vibranium mesh, drastically increasing his durability. Not only that, but his webs received a vibranium chrome job as well, making them virtually impossible to cut through. It should be noted that while the vibranium is obviously tough, it is still a vibranium mesh and is not indestructible. Black Panther himself has noted that Spider-Man's suit isn't as durable as his own, and beings like Ares' birds have cut through it. Still, it's an incredibly useful tool to have. But that's not the only upgrade Miles would get, as he can also now use his Venom Blast as a super form of sorts. By channeling the venom through his body, Spider-Man's entire suit lights up as he receives a drastic boost in strength and speed, with Vulture even claiming that he moves faster than Peter does in this state. This form is so strong, it broke one of Vulture's ribs with a single hit and defeated Zig, a Greek demigod. But even without this power-up, Miles has proven himself a worthy Spider-Man. And on top of his vampiric escapades, Peter has experience in facing other Spider-Men from across the Spider-Verse, including the Spider-Man from the Insomniac games. And that version of the Web-Slinger is comparable to his universe's Miles Morales, who absorbed the energy of a reactor that, had it gone off, would have vaporized all of Harlem. Insomniac Miles would then survive the resulting explosion, which helps justify the feat even further. He may have started with a simple life, and he may not look like a worthwhile successor, but Miles Morales is living proof that anyone can wear the mask, and anyone with enough courage, confidence, and heroism can wear the mantle of the amazing, the spectacular, the ultimate Spider-Man.
Very nice. Very nice of them.
I loved it.
All right. And now, fittingly, passing the torch on to me. Let's do this. All right. Strap in, because I may have gotten a little overboard with this, but, well, we make it work. We make it work. All right. In this world, not all men are created equal. This was a hard lesson a young man had to learn as a child. Being born powerless in a world full of those that had wonderful heroes. It was the age of heroes. Oh, wait. Sorry. Had wonderful powers. It was the age of heroes. But as much as he tried to help others, he would relentlessly suffer the physical punishment and bullying of someone much stronger than him that mocked his justice and how powerless he was. This man was Yoichi Shigaraki, the younger brother of the man that would be known as All for One. All for One wanted his brother to join him for his ambitions by any means, and he tried to manipulate and break him by any means necessary. But everything changed when All for One forced a quirk that stockpiled powers onto Yoichi. As it turns out, Yoichi did indeed have a quirk, a seemingly worthless quirk that could be transferred onto someone else, soon igniting the torch that would be passed down for generations, with each one creating symbols of peace that would fight this generational demon lord, being passed down to 6 more users, as the current wielder soon sought a new successor. Anyway, as a young child, Izuku Midoriya was a humongous fan of heroes, looking up to them, getting all their merchandise, and studying everything about them, especially that of the #1 hero known as All Might. Izuku was probably one of the biggest fans of All Might you could be, and really wanted to become a hero in his wake. There was just one small problem with this. Izuku was born without a quirk, the thing that gives people in his world superpowers that almost 90% of individuals are born with, meaning that it was extremely unlikely he could pursue heroic endeavors. This dream-crushing revelation broke Izuku, as it would then lead to severe bullying and abuse from his childhood friend, massive air quotes there, Bakugo. As then, he began to call Izuku Deku, which was short for Dekunobu, which roughly translates to good for nothing. However, one day, everything would end up turning around for the young Midoriya. After a chance encounter with a sludge villain, and after seeing Bakugo attacked by that same villain, Izuku leaped into action, hoping to save his frenemy's life, regardless of what happened to himself. Luckily, this selfless action inspired a hero to act even when he was wounded and unable to. This, of course, being his idol, All Might. And with this, All Might saw something he didn't see in many others: a worthy successor. All Might met with Izuku after that sludge monster ordeal and asked for him to be the next wielder of One for All, as it was taking a toll on All Might's body. Izuku accepted this offer, and after rigorous training, the day has come for Izuku to become this world's greatest hero as the new symbol of peace. To learn the skills he needed to learn, Izuku enrolled in the biggest hero school in Japan, the UA Academy, which All Might happened to be a surprise teacher starting that semester. Interesting. Among the new faces he met at UA, he also saw his old pal Bakugo, still salty after being saved by the person he looked down upon. But after facing him during an exam and giving his new powers a showcase, as thanks to his classmate Ochako Uraraka, helping him flip what was once an insult, he was no longer the Deku that would amount to nothing, as now he realized that Deku could be short for Dekiru, which roughly translates to someone capable of anything. Which also helps when a girl you're crushing on says it's a cute nickname. Now then, you might be wondering, what exactly does this quirk allow Deku to do? Well, the first and most obvious thing is it gives the user a massive boost to their own power, allowing them to hit people and things really hard. However, it does come with a massive risk, that being injuring the user if too much power is used. If too much power is used, it could shatter bones, which Izuku very quickly learned was a big risk for himself. Though nowadays it's not as much of a risk when starting out. So he decided to simply put the amount of power he could put into these moves. So he decided to simply limit the amount of power he could put into his moves, allowing him to perform them with less strain on his body. Early on, a lot of the moves he trained to perfect were homages to All Might, with the most obvious example being his signature move, the Detroit Smash, which is a basic puncher uppercut, and the Delaware Smash, which is a very powerful gust of air. And later on, he would learn to use the Texas Smash, which is a punch so powerful it can create a mini hurricane when thrown out. All of these moves can also have their power increased with his full cowling technique, completely covering himself in the power of One for All, and drastically increasing his power, speed, and mobility. This also applies to various moves I haven't mentioned yet. Later, he would learn something to help him even more with this, simply putting more energy into his other limbs, not only helping regulate his own powers, but also making One for All his own. This leads us to Shoot Style, a group of moves that revolves around his legs. focusing more on movement and tiring out an opponent with his intense stamina and speed. As well, this gives him a few more smash moves to throw out, with St. Louis' smash being a powerful roundhouse aimed at his opponent's face, and Manchester Smash, a powerful axe kick used for spiking people to the ground while airborne. And due to realizing early on his problems with being locked to close range, he advanced his Delaware Smash in a much more proactive way with Air Force, using his modified gloves to help him in shooting gusts of air that can range from small rapid fire bullets to full-on cannon shots. And these shots are powerful enough to send him flying miles into the air from the recoil of firing them alone. Okay. Now on that note, we should talk about the most basic aspect of his many costumes. The biggest being the arm bracers in his arm developed by Melissa Shield, the daughter of All Might's support item designer. These bracers can be used to both offensively and defensively, as they block blows to the arm and reduce any and all recoil Deku would otherwise suffer from higher power attacks, as beta versions of them could take the recoil of a Prime All Might smashes before breaking. And the newer additions in his Epsilon costume lasted several weeks of Deku's unrestrained power before showing signs of wear. And in the soles and heels of his boots, there is solid steel in them, that when Deku makes contact with a foe, will strike again to hit with the same force twice. All of these really helped Deku during his UA days to sharpen his skills to become a great hero, and even went on some hero work studies in order to save a lot of people. Though through these, he would face the dashing gentle criminal, the GOAT, in which he began to see that villains are more complex than he thought, and there's two sides to every story and why they turn to villainy. This including that of one Tomura Shigaraki, who you might remember from a previous discussion, in which he would find out he had more in common than you may think. As he would find out that a demon lord would be using Shigaraki as a successor of his own, similarly to how All Might chose Deku as a successor himself. One for All awoke in response to this new danger. As it turns out, the previous wielders of One for All began showing up in Deku's consciousness in order to help him out. And with their advice, Deku soon began to realize he had more quirks he needed to master, with the quirks wielded by the former masters of this torch that were passed down for generations. The first one to manifest was Black Whip, a set of black tendrils that can be generated from anywhere on his body, allowing Deku to latch onto things or use them as an extra attack, as well as extend to reach across an entire city. As well, he can also use it to swing from place to place, which sounds oddly familiar. And it's probably nothing. Danger Sense will notify Izuku of any, dangerous situation or sneak attacks that might be close by, or any close by location of enemies via a sharp pain to the back of his head, via a sharp pain to his head and force him to react to it. Okay, no, that one's just Spider Sense. You can't fool me on this one. Float allows him to, float. Okay. Float allows him to, float, giving him access to suspend himself mid-air or descend slowly to the ground. And by using his other quirks with it, he can use it to straight up fly. Fajin gives him the powers to build up and store kinetic energy through repetitive movements and store it for later use. This can go from a simpler movement, such as flexing his arm or winding up a punch, to more strenuous ones, like performing jumping jacks with more strenuous moves, adding more oomph to the energy released. Smokescreen has Deku emit a thick purple smoke that gives him a great area for him to hide and leave his opponent confused. This, mixed with Danger Sense's is a very deadly combination for anyone he faces. The final one to appear was Gear Shift, as it was seen as too dangerous to wield normally due to how One for All mutated and awakened the power, and it was only unlocked during the final fight with Shigaraki. This ability allows Deku to change the speed of things accelerated. This ability allows Deku to change the speed in which things accelerate through space, even capable of changing the speed of things while ignoring the laws of inertia. This can also apply to himself, increasing the strength of his blows or to be beyond the force anyone can muster or take with a reasonable chance of surviving. With all this up his sleeve, it's no wonder that Deku became a force to be reckoned with amongst his class and beyond. Even when he just obtained One for All, he was able to destroy giant robots the size of city blocks without a sweat, and he's able to fight on par with his fellow heroes like Bakugo, Todoroki, and a restrained All Might, the latter of which was able to change the city's weather in a single punch, while in a weaker state than he was with the restraints. And alongside Bakugo, hit a villain so hard it cleared a massive storm that eclipsed the island they were fighting on with the shockwaves of the blow. Even All Might's teacher, Gran Torino, said that Deku was as strong as All Might was at his peak while only using 40% of One for All's power. He was even able to hit Shigaraki so hard it ripped holes in his body, which is especially impressive considering Shigaraki took an attack that was stated to have the force of a continent behind it. Deku was also insanely fast, being capable of dodging gunfire in an enclosed space with full cowling, as well as several people shooting at him, outrunning bullets, even with his quirk disabled, can keep pace with speedsters like Tenya Ida and Gran Torino, and can avoid Aoyama's lasers. Gosh, of course, when I actually do it, it is when I mess up. Whatever. Now, I know that early on in My Hero, it was highly debated whether or not these lasers are true lasers, but thanks to Toru Hagakure redirecting one with her quirk, we know that yes, these are in fact real lasers due to being able to be refracted by her light bending abilities, which is consistent with Deku and other heroes being able to avoid Shigaraki's radio waves, and Deku also being able to match the villain in speed, even blitzing him with Fajin and Gear Shift. And Shigaraki was also capable of dodging satellite lasers sent from space. Deku can also endure a lot of punishment on his body, so much so that he's capable of moving even when his nerves are shut down, during mind control inside a dream world and being physically unable to move, purely because of the sheer willpower awakening in the vestiges of One for All. Not to mention being able to move and fight like it's nothing with 2 broken arms, one of which was broken beyond repair, a broken leg, and losing over 20% of his blood, and was still bleeding out. As well, he is quite the smart fighter when it comes to his combat smarts, not only having the highest scores of his class, but also due to studying heroes before, but also studying quirks after the fact. He is able to understand any ability he's up against in combat, allowing him to strategize around that accordingly. But after all was said and done, and he and his class went to war against the Demon Lord All for One and his crew, it was time for him and Shigaraki to put an end to all of this. Their battle was long and hard fought, but Deku was determined to save Shigaraki no matter the cost. And then he realized he could by sending the vestiges of the previous wielders to his very soul by transferring his quirk to him, reuniting the inner child of Tenko Shimura with the loving grandmother he never got to know, causing this single act of love to cause all the souls trapped by All for One to destroy each other, leading to a dying Shigaraki and a quirkless Deku falling into the air, determined to finish this fight. And their final and their final punch would clear the sky over all of Japan, while creating a storm that would last 3 days. Shigaraki may have faded, and he wanted to go down fighting as the one hero reached out to save someone who said couldn't be saved, may have become powerless. But this was not the end of his story. Izuku's experience landed him a job at UA, where he could use his experience studying quirks to teach others how to use them to become heroes. But he still longed to get back into hero work, as his friends who he hadn't seen in years all went on to become famous and beloved icons. And fortunately for him, after 8 years, he wouldn't have to wait much longer. Due to the quirk he was mastering and perfecting all these years, training to become the symbol of peace, and the data that was recorded by him and his mentors, his friends spent years pouring money into furthering the research to bring the one-for-all hero back into the spotlight with a suit that replicated all of his powers and abilities from before, and becoming the number 4 hero in a few months, finally putting an answer to a question he asked All Might years ago: if he could be a hero without a quirk. This was the story of how he and his friends became the world's greatest heroes. All right, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah.
I clap. Give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you. And you know what?
I was literally just about to do it. God damn you.
Sorry.
Alright, okay, so there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Well, okay, I think let's get one obvious thing out of the way. Deku is so much stronger.
Yeah, okay. So,
I'm sorry.
I actually... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like I said, being able to be compared to All Might,
yeah,
get the city thing, and also, I didn't get this calc, but I'm pretty sure the final punch between him and Shigaraki should reach similar levels at bare minimum.
Right.
The storm that lasted 3 days, so I feel like it's pretty safe to say that.
That, and if you use the obvious Deku and Bakugo one for all punch, which they've used twice.
I was gonna say, I don't see why they wouldn't do it again.
Yeah. So okay, if Miles, all right, this would actually be a lot closer in strength if Miles was still a vampire, because when Miles was a vampire, his strength was actually on demigod level. He was actually able to beat the hell and knock completely unconscious Zip, who is comparable to the Greek demigods such as Ares, Hercules, and all of them. So Miles had something there. Miles also Miles was even able to crack one of the Vulture's ribs, like Brobuscus brought up. But then Miles was cured by the Wakandan god Bast, and also the spider god that is also Miles's herald. I'm sorry, that is the herald. Miles is his herald. So Miles' strength is back to normal, and when Miles fought Zip again, he actually said that Zip had got a lot stronger, and if Miles still had his vampiric abilities, he would actually be on equal footing with him.
Right.
So, yeah, Miles losing his vampire abilities may have just been the ultimate. It may have done him in. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, him losing it may have... He's essentially lost his biggest trump card.
Oh,
So
the
I
iron.
will say, despite that, I okay, like it is a gap. It is a big gap.
Yes.
But Miles does have experience fighting foes stronger than him.
Yes.
Um,
Right.
like we mentioned some of the Greek gods,
Mhm.
Doom.
Uh-huh.
Um,
He fought Blade for a
he did
time.
fight Blade.
Uh-huh. He
Now I will grant, when I said that he took on Hydra agents and Doctor Doom, I was referring to his the Ultimate versions. Um, I don't know much about them. I highly doubt that Ultimate Doom is on a anywhere near the same level as the Doctor Doom we all know.
not really,
Um,
no.
Even still, though, it is still Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
That's
it is
kind of
a
still.
no. It's
Uh,
not. It is okay. Let me also jump in here. He's fought Carnage. He actually damaged and beat Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. Um, he has gone toe to toe with the Hobgoblin, and both of them were equals. Hobgoblin and him were literally fighting. He has he has fought the Spot, both the regular and the new Ultimate Universe Spot. He's actually fought kaijus. Miles has actually beaten kaiju-sized villains with no problem.
I mean, like I said, so it's back here.
Yes, no. So, okay, but
No, I got what you're trying to say.
at this current point, though, Miles actually has one little weakness that kind of keeps his full strength from coming to bear, and that's actually his suit. Because his suit was designed. T'Challa said that the suit was intentionally designed to kind of be an inhibitor to Miles' true power, but it was doing this to counteract the vampiric abilities, because turns out when Miles was a vampire, not only did he get a strength increase, and a speed increase, and a durability increase, but the Venom Blast was acting as an antitoxin, and it was basically throwing him off whack. So the suit was designed with the sole purpose to be an inhibitor to Miles' true strength.
Uh-huh.
But,
you know what? No, I guess since we're on that topic, let's talk about the suit.
yes,
Sure.
Okay. So I actually had to communicate with Richard a little bit about this. One of the questions he presented to me, like he actually presented a few questions to me.
I did.
And I kind of wanted to go through them real quick. Since we're on the vibranium, let's start with that. One of the questions he presented to me was who has the better webs.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I'm guessing this includes the vibranium webs, or
Yeah. So I do have a question about the black whip.
sure.
Has that ever been broken before?
I do not think so. I'm pretty sure it is pretty strong. I wouldn't say that they're unbreakable, but I do not think. I think it's the only thing that broke them. I think Shigaraki is able to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So you would say that stronger opponents like Miles could potentially break him?
Maybe.
Well,
Or just
Miles is not stronger.
well, no. Okay, let me rephrase the question. So you're saying somebody of equal or of equal skill could break the webs?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Because one advantage I can see Death Battle giving Miles is that between the two of them, he has the better webbing, and he has the better experience when it comes to web swinging, because not only has
kind
Miles...
of his thing.
Yeah, it's literally his whole thing. But also, his vibranium webs are 100% unbreakable. They can the webs.
Yeah.
A fun fact are the webs are actually stronger than the suit.
Yeah, the webs are just straight up vibranium.
Yeah.
Like there's no ifs or buts about it. Like, that's just vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least like the suit, it's still a mesh. Like it's still, I mean, the suit, it's still vibranium. You know, that's still tough as shit. But
yes, but it's not 100% head to toe vibranium like a T'Challa suit.
Right.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess let's talk about speed.
Oh.
Let me be honest. I kind of walked into this thinking Miles had a pretty solid speed advantage, but it kind of sounds like I think the best we're gonna get out of that is that they're relative.
So I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
About a lot of,
So,
like I said, about a bunch of light speed stuff. Like again, Aoyama's lasers, which yes, they are lasers. Thank you, Invisible Girl of all people, for validating that.
So, I'm going into this thinking that they're both going to be tied for speed because they're both, especially if you scale Miles to higher end characters who have dodged light, like Peter, for example, or Iron Man, or even Thor. And yeah, Deku's Deku is just straight up light speed as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty comparable.
So speed is kind of a non-factor in this one.
That being said, I do kind of think the spider sense kind of makes up for it.
Well, potentially yes. Although there's a problem with that. Obviously, I made the joke for a reason. Is that Deku has something very similar?
Yeah. Okay.
See,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, similar, yes. But from everything I've seen, I don't think the danger sense is as good as the spider sense.
So I did send this to Bro. Okay, so ZDogg, I'm gonna tag in here. So
yeah.
When I don't think I should have sent this to Bro, so apologies, because this is more of a point for his side. But so Miles, but he did touch on it, just ever so slightly. So when Miles was being trained by Dr. Sasquatch, the doctor taught Miles how to expand his spider senses in more of a way that no other spider has ever been able to do. So Miles now has the ability, he doesn't just have basic spider sense, he can now, by doing breathing exercises, Miles can expand his spider sense to his entire surroundings like a radar, and he can also now see heat signatures by closing his eyes. And even if you're not, he can see people in front of him. He can even detect people outside of a building. So I would actually make the argument that Deku's danger sense is relatively equal to basic spider sense, but Miles being able to literally turn his spider sense on whenever he wants by breathing and essentially making it a radar that detects any danger in any environment. And there's also the fact that I don't think they're going to give him this, but Miles has another sense. For the spider god Azari, who Miles is the herald of, he can enter he is essentially linked to Miles' mind, and he also can warn Miles of any danger or threats that come his way before the spider sense kicks in. So Miles has 2 forms of spider sense now. I'm sorry, 3 forms.
Well, it's also just like the danger sense is basically just, it's exactly that. It warns Deku of danger, and that's neat and all, and that's helpful. That's really helpful. But the spider sense is more of like what Richard was saying, kind of like a radar thing. It keeps Miles and other Spider-Man aware of their surroundings, and like it's basically precognition, like not even just to sugarcoat it, like and it's not just like he can detect something even if he's not in danger. There was one time he was competing against Miss Marvel in like a school contest, which by the way, so that was okay. I need to talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Miles and his friends were entering for like they were basically like applying for college, basically. And I guess the way they had to do that was to basically like show how smart you are, basically. So I guess so just so the teachers aren't wasting their time or something. I don't know. So, well, first of all, he was competing against Kamala Khan, and her power, you know, one of her powers is that she can shrink herself. She can alter her size, basically. So she shrunk down and tried to sneak around to try to spy on Miles and his friends, and Miles' spider sense picked up on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not just that, but to make an extremely long story short, Miles' college application project was basically just him solving the world's energy crisis.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm not even joking. Like, I don't remember the full details, but he basically built a machine that transfers any energy from like, you know, just around the world, basically, like any like mundane energy, and just like transfers it into this machine, and then it like sends that energy across the world, basically, or something like that. I don't remember. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. The world's first portable electricity upcycling plant. Static cling, those little zaps you sometimes get from your cell phone after you've dropped it a couple of times. The reactron harvests it all over the air and turns it into usable electricity.
Okay.
And Kamala literally like responded to that with like, did they just solve the world's energy crisis?
Yeah. But, okay, I would like to say I don't think it's as big, the spider sense, like danger sense spider sense comparison as big, because it's no matter what, the danger sense goes off when Deck is in danger, which also like, where is it? Hold on. It's also kind of like, how do I put this? It is kind of like a sense, because it's not just, I don't know. Well, for one, like I feel like that. What am I trying to say? Like Deku does feel a pain in his head whenever this happens, which could be a little more like he knows he has to dodge in that sense. But how do I put this? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it is also more in the way of Miles' first sense, and I think not the
radar one.
Not the radar one, but
His basic spider sense.
basic spider sense.
I mean,
I
do think the spider sense is overall just a better thing, just the better ability compared to danger sense. But danger sense is still a really useful thing to have. So I'm not trying to like downgrade that. I'm just
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll
any potential threats in the surrounding area.
I'll play devil's advocate here, and I'll just say, I think personally, if we're just talking basic spider sense and danger sense, I say they're both relatively equal to each other. Now, I should also note that the radar sense, as I call it, Miles can only do this when he's not swinging around. He needs to be standing still, he needs to be on the ground, and he needs to concentrate, breathe, and let it happen naturally. He can't do this while he's in the air, because...
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, finish your thought first.
No, yeah, he can't do it while he's in the air.
Okay, that is definitely something Deku has, because I remember when Deku was fighting a trained assassin, Lady Nagon, who was a sniper. Yeah, he could use Black Whip and Danger Sense in the similar incongruent. So you could say.
Yeah.
It's like whenever she shot a bullet from far away, like Danger Sense was able to catch that, and Deku was able to swing around with Black Whip to avoid that.
Yeah.
It's funny that she said. It's funny because Miles actually has a similar showcase with the Spider Sense. He was so this was during Civil War II. This was just after Miles had been made aware that he has been envisioned to kill Captain America.
Yep.
So everybody pretty much picked up on that, including one Winter Soldier. So while Miles is swinging around trying to, collect himself, basically, Winter Soldier is like, okay, this dude, I don't know what's going on, but it's been said that this dude's gonna kill my best friend. Yeah, I gotta take him out. So he tries to shoot Miles. Miles has no idea he's there. Spider Sense still picks up the shot and he avoids it.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I forgot. Yeah, it is. Danger Sense also has. It's mostly sensing their intent and malice, so threat and malice as well. So that could also, I will say that could also be a shot against it, even though it's a fight to the death. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so I guess to keep on the Spider Sense, Deku's smokescreen useless.
Yeah.
And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, Miles' invisibility is also useless, right? Well, probably not. At least not at first.
Okay, I'm sure Deku will sense it.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, maybe. But as I said, Miles' camouflage works so well that even Peter couldn't pick him up. With his spider sense. So, yeah, I think if it came down to like a stealth thing, I think Miles would have a better shot at like getting a sneak attack in on Deku than the other way around. I think Miles is gonna hit Deku while he's invisible more times than Deku is gonna hit Miles with smokescreen.
That's fair.
I'm also I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go out and say that I think Miles is probably more skilled. Because training with like Captain America, granted it was Ultimate Captain America, but still it's Captain America. Captain America, Misty Knight, Blade,
Colleen.
That's a wild lineup of people to be trained under.
Yeah, and Colleen. So okay. Miles was taught. So Miles has been taught hand to hand by Captain America, Misty Knight, and he's been taught detective deduction by Misty Knight as well. He's also been taught how to properly use a sword by both Blade and Colleen, the girlfriend of Danny Rand, aka the Iron Fist. He's not bad, but he's not that great. Like, so don't just assume Miles is an expert sword swinger. Like, when he fought Deadpool, even Deadpool was like, your form is off, it needs work. So, if Deku and him were to have a straight-up sword fight, Miles would just have an above-average skill.
Right.
Right, I mean, I just mean like as a general fighter.
Yeah, as a general fighter, I gotta throw this in. Miles has also seen Jujutsu Kaisen, and he knows one of Gojo's kicks. Yes, this is canon. Miles actually knows Gojo's kick maneuver from Jujutsu Kaisen, because Genki was watching JJK on Crunchyroll, and Miles just so happened to catch it, and he used this Gojo's kick in a last-minute desperation move to knock out the villain, who, spoiler alert, had broken his arm into a tiny little pieces to where he couldn't move it at all. It was paralyzed, blinded him, drained his venom, and Miles, in a last act, just pulled a JJK on her.
Okay,
Miles
that's cool.
Miles is a feckin' weeb.
Yeah.
My God. Okay. I will give you that's impressive, but I don't want to cut short what Deku's gone through, because again, Deku also has training from several pro heroes. Well, maybe they might not be on the same level as some of the heroes. Like I can't deny Captain America. Like still, like being trained by several pro heroes in UA, so, like Aizawa, and also getting training from Gran Torino on his kicks, and freaking All Might. It's
true.
All Might. Plus having the vestiges give advice during battle, which
also
they are able to do.
Well, wait. Also, didn't Deku get some training from Bakugo? Because I do remember there was an episode of MHA where Bakugo actually gave advice to Deku on how to improve his physical capabilities with full cowling.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he has. That is also true. Bakugo has given him some pointers as well as a lot of people at UA. Like I know, like Uraraka helped him perfect his floating ability, as well as Froppy giving him trading.
Okay,
the weird tongue thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just saying that.
No.
I know, comparing those Froppy to Gran Torino might be a bit unfair. But,
no. So you're doing a good job of convincing me, because yes, while Miles has gotten training from different sources, it's very few and far between. Like, he only knows basic combat from Cap, from Misty, and Colleen, and Blade.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying they were going through I'm not saying they were putting Miles through
the arena or anything.
Like Halo Spartan training.
But I feel what I'm saying is that I feel like Deku. I feel like not to take anything from Captain America, I feel like Deku getting training from multiple sources kind of outclasses Miles' training, because Deku, and plus you add in the vestiges as well, I think I would actually...
The vestiges is good, yeah.
Yes.
Because they have given Deku advice.
Yeah, and I should also note, it's not like Miles goes into fights doing hand-to-hand combat. Like, his techniques are basic, and he's had to use his super forms to actually compensate for the fact that he's not the best hand-to-hand fighter. Like Taskmaster, Deadpool, Blade, they've all called his forms... even the Black Panther, even T'Challa has said that, you're good, but you're still sloppy.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's, the best martial artist in the world or anything like that.
No.
It's just, I don't know. For me, getting pointers from people like Captain America is kind of wild.
It is. It is. Don't want to take anything away. I just think if this came down to who has the better physical training, I would actually say it's Deku, because Deku was immediately trained by All Might in his first year.
Yeah, and also by the first year trained to All Might.
Sure. Just general training, sure, yeah, I can give Deku that. I just think Miles is well, I don't know. I just think Miles is just a more skilled, hand-to-hand fighter, compared to Deku.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I think that, then you contrast that with the fact that Miles has gotten pointers from people who actually know hand-to-hand. So it's not like that's it. I would, and again, I would also like to state, Miles may be good, and Miles may be good in hand-to-hand, and if we just looked at this from a certain view, you could argue that maybe they're equal, but Deku has gotten better training and better pointers than Miles, and every time Miles goes into battle, hand-to-hand is very much a last-minute resort. He only used hand-to-hand... He only uses hand-to-hand to throw off his opponents when they're physically his equals. When the Hobgoblin was straight up Miles' strength level, Miles had no choice but to do a judo throw that he learned from Misty to get Hobgoblin off of him, so he can think of a plan on how to deal with him. And then the JJK kick, that was literally his last gambit. He had no other options to explore. So I would say if this was likely on who would be more likely to throw hands, I would say it would be Deku, because Deku throws hands all the time, whereas Miles will only use hand-to-hand combat as a very last resort, or when he needs to get out of a jam. So it's not like he's going to go in to Deku and use pressure points to disable Deku immediately.
Well, no. Okay. Well, let's see. What else can we bring up?
Durability?
But I do want to ask something about
Sure.
abilities, because I've heard this as an argument for Miles a lot. The Venom stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Because-
Are you gonna talk about how it could potentially shut down organs or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay. I'm like 90% sure people have just made that up.
Yes.
Because I've tried looking for. Granted, I didn't read every single comic under the sun, but I've tried looking for that. And other people who have read more than me have tried looking for that. It's just, like, it's not there. People have survived Miles' Venom all the time.
Yeah. Hell, the fucking Vulture survived it.
Guys.
Even better,
So-
Taskmaster survived it. And, okay, in that issue where Miles goes full, I call it Venom cowling to distinguish it from full cowling. Look, it's written by a guy who wants to bring anime and manga techniques into it, so just go for it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yes. So when Miles,
By the way, that better be in the climax of the episode.
it should be. No, absolutely, I agree with you. So when Miles first unleashed Venom cowling, he said that he was going to stop holding back from now on, and he had fully activated his Venom Blast to where it now engulfs him, very much similar to full cowling for Deku. And in most of the fights that I've seen, Miles does not paralyze people with Venom Blast. Quite the opposite, actually. He uses Venom Blast to either incapacitate the shit out of you, nearly kill you, or he uses Venom Blast to make constructs, like his Venom Saber. He has rarely ever used it to paralyze somebody, and even if he did, okay, depends on the person he uses it on, because if he were to use it on a symbiote, his Venom Blast, even Venom himself has admitted that if Miles ever fought Venom, he would be able to destroy the symbiote, and there's proof of this. Miles destroyed several symbiotes. He even damaged Carnage. So
Ultimate Venom got destabilized by the Venom. So yeah.
Yeah. So I can confirm Brobuscus is indeed correct. I looked through every modern Miles comic, every crossover he was in. Not once did he ever use his Venom Blast to paralyze somebody by touching them.
Okay.
But even if he could, I'm pretty sure Miles is way fat. He would actually have to hit Miles. I'm sorry, he would have to hit Deku. Miles would have to hit Deku. And
if we're saying they're comparable in speed, plus Spider Sense / danger sense, I think.
I don't see Deku actually letting Miles touch him.
I will also say that even if everything we just said wasn't true, like and people didn't make that up or whatever, that is not a stratagem that Miles I mean, obviously I said people. I personally think people just made that up, but what that just kind of tells me that even if he could do that, it is not a stratagem that Miles uses much at all.
No.
it's like, if he could do it, then he probably would. If he could do it, then he probably would have done it. Because there's a lot of people that he could definitely have used that on.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is also, and yes, I know what people are going to say. Like, oh, it's a death battle. Like they gotta
take liberties and such.
It's a win by any means necessary. And it's like, no, that's not. It's not exactly accurate.
No.
Because yes, it is. Okay, it is a fight to the death. Yes, and Spider-Man are notorious for operating under the whole "I don't kill" thing. Like Spider-Man would it's even pointed out by both Peter and Miles that Spider-Man is always holding back. This is what kills scaling for any of his rogues.
Yeah, like any of his street-tiered rogues.
Yeah, Spider-Man is always holding back during fights, because if he didn't, he would just straight up murder everybody.
That's
not what he wants to do.
No.
The only people I can name off the top of my head that Spider-Man has not held his punches against, one was Doc Ock, but that was a weird scenario.
Yeah.
And then the symbiotes.
And also Zip, and also Vulture, and also Taskmaster. But the latter two, the former two technically don't count, because those instances were when Miles was temporarily cursed with his vampiric abilities, and he had to fight the urge to not want to drain their blood. So he was essentially going through a quick prone to anger method, where he was basically looking, if you pissed him off or did anything to annoy him, he would not hesitate to beat the shit out of you. But Taskmaster was the one person that he said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stop holding back. And he clocked Taskmaster hard. He was down in the fight for maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, and another example, this is a Peter example, not a Miles one, but during one of the Amazing Spider-Man storylines, Peter and other Spider-Men were fighting Red Goblin, which is a scary concept, by the way. It's the Green Goblin with the Carnage symbiote.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Very scary.
Yeah. So basically, Peter was the only one who could take him on now. And he used Goblin's ego to basically force him to strip himself of the symbiote. So then they fought hand to hand. So then they fought by themselves, basically. Because Peter also had the Venom symbiote. Eddie gave it to him for a brief period. But Peter stripped himself of the Venom symbiote and then convinced Norman to strip himself of the Carnage symbiote. So it was basically just Spider-Man versus Green Goblin again. And at first, Goblin is beating the shit out of Peter. And then Peter's like, okay, now it's time to take you down. And then he reverses it. He beats the shit out of him. So, yeah. Now, granted, I think the whole holding back thing, that's obviously going to be ignored. But what I was trying to say earlier is that, yes, they do ignore the whole "I don't kill" thing, but they still try to keep if they had to be it's how they present these characters is basically if they had to be if they were put in a scenario where it was kill or be killed, how would they likely go about doing it? And Miles using Venom to shut down organs is something. Even if he has done it, it has to be rare.
Yeah.
Because and I say this every time someone says that, I see so many people be like, okay, well, show me him doing that. Go on, show it off. And it's always just kind of a case of oh, well, he could do it. It's something he's never done before, but he could he could do it. And it's well, show me him doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's the easiest thing. Just like if you're so confident about that, then
Yeah.
talk
Exactly.
it over.
It's literally the case of should've, could've, would've.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
and if somebody has proof, then please send it our way, because again, I looked at all of the Miles. Yeah, no, it's like I looked at all of the Miles comics. Like I looked at the more recent stuff, while Bro took a look at the earlier stuff. I could not find any examples of him doing it in the modern series. Like even Cody Ziegler hasn't shown him doing it in his run.
Yeah. Well, fuck off.
Um,
Good to know then, because I've seen that a lot as an argument for Miles. So.
Yeah.
And again,
no,
even if we did say that, I'm sure Danger Sense would
Yeah.
kick in and like
yeah, and then Miles would be like, and then Deku would be like, "Oh, you're trying to touch me? Oh, here, let me get away from you."
he tried to do the shoulder touch thing.
Yeah.
Oh, also, here's a little interesting side note that people probably don't quite understand. This doesn't really mean much for this fight because I don't think Deku has like I know Full Cowling is presented as like electricity, but I don't.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Deku has like lightning powers.
He doesn't.
Or anything like that.
So okay, you know. Oh, go ahead.
So what I'm about to say literally means absolutely nothing. Cool, but I'm still gonna say it anyways.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Here's a fun fact. Miles can't absorb electricity. That is literally only a thing in the Insomniac games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a thing. Like Insomniac basically turned Miles into
Static.
Static if Static was Spider-Man. And that's good for him. That's good for him. I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, main universe Miles, he can't do that. So there
Yeah.
you go.
Well. Yeah. Also, and I was even gonna say, okay, the lightning that surrounds Deku, it's essentially like Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. They're just sparks of energy that come off of him.
Yeah.
They're just for show. They nowhere does he use the lightning.
Exactly. Just cosmetic, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just to show you how fucked you are. I brought up some other points for
yeah,
Bro.
let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me go through them. Thankfully, they're easy to access. Okay, here we go. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So here's I guess the other point. Can Deku handle can Deku handle Venom Cowling?
I mean,
Probably.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Oh, okay. So let me expand on this question.
Yeah.
So Venom Cowling has two weaknesses. Number one, Miles' stamina, because he's still training on how to hold on to this form for long periods of time in a fight when he needs it. So I guess my first question is, do you think Deku would be able to outlast him if this came down to a case of stamina?
I mean, I feel like Deku has turned out very good stamina in fights, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to.
Okay. And
here's my question. Since you're the one who read those issues,
Sure.
How long can Miles hold that form?
So at first it was no more than. So okay, it started with the Venom Saber. The Venom Saber, he could only hold on to that. He could only hold on to that for about maybe 3-4 minutes tops. Now Venom Cowling.
You might want to say that again.
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm sorry. So Venom Saber, he could only hold on to it for about 3 minutes tops. Venom Cowling, he can hold on to it, but there isn't a depth. So, okay, it should be noted that he has been working on his stamina with Misty Knight. So the most he could hold his Venom Cowling would be about 10 minutes, maybe 15 at most. He can't hold on to it. Go ahead.
There's a joke I know. There's a joke I know someone's gonna make, but
Yeah. Shh.
yeah.
Don't utter it.
Anyway.
So
But anyway.
yeah. So Venom cowling is very limited. He can't keep the transformation up forever, like a typical shonen transformation.
I mean, I feel like Deku just naturally has the ability to just do full cowling, like his cowling longer.
Oh, fair. Okay. My second question is ZDogg, can Deku absorb energy?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything that's shown to be able that he can do that.
Okay, because that's the only other way to beat Miles in full cowling, Venom cowling, damn it, is absorbing the energy outright. And one of his rogues that some of his rogues that he fights have the ability to absorb the energy of Venom cowling and take it as their own, leaving Miles completely drained.
Okay, so is he able? So he's not able. Is he able to be hit out of it at all? Like if, like in theory, would a strong enough punch, like be able to, take him down or no?
Depends on the punch. So he hasn't been. Memory serves, he hasn't, and I even have it in my notes. He wasn't knocked out of it. He was basically he basically was drained of it, because now if you hit him, he's going to get back up in that form, because again, his stamina is what's keeping the form up. So him getting hit doesn't drain it. It's more like it lasts as long as Miles can keep it going, or it will last until somebody absorbs it like a battery. So, theoretically, if your question is, could Deku just deliver a stronger punch to knock him out, I believe the answer is no.
Okay.
Um.
Well, like, in that case, I'd probably just say, like, with Deku just having a better control of his powers, and, you know, being smart enough. I mean, I'm sure he'd be smart enough to realize if Miles, like, was, like, showing that it can't hold on forever, just trying to outlast it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, bro. I have a question for you. How do you think? Who do you think has the better durability?
Based off feats, I'd definitely say Deku.
Right.
But obviously, Vibranium is still kind of crazy.
I was gonna say Vibranium. Okay.
All right, then.
Remind me with Vibranium real quick. It's
like Black Panther suit, Captain America shield.
Yeah, it absorbs kinetic energy.
Well, yeah. I'm just wondering, like, how do you like disrupt it? Because I know.
Okay. So the only way to disrupt Vibranium is power. You have to. Okay. So ZDogg, you'll get a kick out of this. It's basic. Okay. It's absorption, not nullification.
Right. Okay.
So
they even said it in. I remember this one quote from Black Panther's analysis. Like, when Black Panther is shot by bullets, the bullets don't like bounce off of him.
Yeah,
no, they stop dead and fall straight down.
Yes. Yeah. So. Okay, so I can definitely, so ZDogg, I could definitely see a scenario where Deku references All Might and just keeps punching the suit and just says, "You said your suit absorbs things and doesn't nullify them. That means there's a limit to what you can take."
Oh my god.
In general, Black Panther suit has also been not destroyed, but disrupted by like extremely loud sounds. Now I'm talking like extremely loud sounds.
Yeah.
But still,
I'm just.
It was
I
obviously
just
presented as more of a weakness than it actually is, but it's still
Yeah.
noteworthy.
So
I'm just.
But also, Miles's vibranium suit has been just straight cut through before, so it's like it's not
yeah.
even that,
So
like,
Okay.
it's tough, 100%. I mean, like it is definitely tough. Deadpool's sword broke against it.
yep. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I guess I'm just wondering, like, if like a strong enough punch from Deku, especially if he's that much stronger, as we've been saying. I wonder if
Yes.
that
Yeah.
would be enough to just take it down.
It
without
would. Okay. So it
Probably.
would. It would because okay. So Deku has the power needed to disrupt and destroy the thing because especially when it's not 100 vibranium to the waist down, it's vibranium mesh. Only certain parts of it have your usual vibranium tendencies. The rest
it's basically like Black Panther's suit.
yes, but much weaker because currently right now so context. Black Panther isn't 100% wearing a full vibranium suit at the moment. He's basically wearing the same thing Miles is because spoiler alert for Black Panther's books, he's no longer the King of Wakanda and he has given up his vibranium technology and he's basically wearing a more stripped back version of a vibranium suit that has mesh-like material to it, but it's better and stronger than what Miles' suit can do, and he just gave Miles a hand-me-down. But the hand-me-down was just to help him control his vampiric abilities. Nothing more, nothing less. So, since it's a more stripped-back version of vibranium, then I would say Deku has more than enough power shown to just destroy the suit. Because if Ares' birds, which context, these pet birds of Ares, were part of Hercules' we'll call it labors, and these birds killed him multiple times, and they have been stated to have talons so sharp that even the Greek and demigods are susceptible to getting cut by them. And they were able to actually cut a pretty big chunk out of Miles' chest suit.
Yeah.
Okay. I also do want to bring up something for durability of around.
Yes.
Deku actually can also increase his durability with Black Whip. He can coat his limbs in it, which makes them even more durable. And which also not only helps with the possibility of him breaking his limbs during smashes, but also I forgot what is it? Something about he this is like the last form in the final fight in the manga. He basically has Black Whip all over his muscles and can be pulled around by them.
Oh, okay.
So I think that also helps.
Okay. I have one last question for ZDogg.
What's up?
Can Deku's Black Whip hold Miles?
I don't see why it wouldn't be able to. I mean, it has been shown to have a large piece of the building before, but just fine. So.
Okay.
I will say, assuming that Deku's Black Whips don't act as insulators or anything.
That was also going to be a question. You read my mind.
Miles' Venom could absolutely be channeled through them, because they've been channeled through his own webs before.
Yes, and Miles has even channeled. So, okay, one of his arch villains, Hightail, whose whole gimmick is she's got super speed, on kind of low to Quicksilver. She was temporarily a vampire, and she caught up to him and had him in her grasp and was about to bite him for the first time. Miles used his Venom Blast to engulf his entire body, and therefore her. So he can also extend the Venom Blast throughout his whole body to electrocute himself and people who are touching him.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure if Black Whip would work like that. Like
Okay.
have energy coursing through it like that.
Okay. Because Miles has even channeled the Venom Blast through Colleen's katana when it was stuck in the size of a giant kaiju pharaoh, archenemy of Miles.
In hell, he can just channel it through concrete.
Yes, that too.
He's channeled it through the ground.
Yes. So you're sure? So you basically what you're saying is you don't see, in your opinion, ZDogg, you don't see the Black Whip as being insulated to where Miles could just channel the Venom Blast through it.
I don't think there's anything that proves that should be the case. And also, I double checked. I forgot. Yeah, Black Whip also can like lift. It lifted cars and buses before, so yeah, it definitely should be able to ensnare Miles.
Okay.
Get that out there.
Okay,
because I don't think it should be.
I mean, that being said, I think Miles webs, vibranium or not, should be able to assuming they hit, of course, should be able to ensnare Deku as well.
Okay, I actually did think of a counter for that. But
what do you get?
What's stopping Deku from just using gear shift on them and changing their speed so that he can avoid them?
Absolutely nothing. Good point.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, okay, I was also going to say, well, I mean, wouldn't Deku, like, it depends. Like, so if they're on the ground, all Deku would have to do is just casually get out of the way of the webs, because he's just...
Yeah, no, I had to note that they, like, assuming they hit,
yeah,
I think they could ensnare Deku.
Right.
Like, if Miles webs up Deku, I don't think Deku's breaking out, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I mean, well, okay.
At least at first.
At first, no. I think
full cowling.
Yeah.
To get out of them.
Yeah, like in his base form, like Deku would have to go full cowling in order to get out of the webs. Because again, they may be vibranium webs, but again, there is evidence.
I'm not even just talking vibranium. The regular webs ensnared like the Hulk.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the vibranium on top of that is kind of crazy.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay. So to kind of wrap this up, because we have been going on for a minute.
Yeah.
Every single last thing I just said to try to give Miles to try to give him his due, it means absolutely freaking nothing, because at the end of the day, I just don't think, like, okay, even assuming that everybody who's saying something about Miles's Venom being able to like shut down organs or whatever, even assuming that isn't just completely made up, that is Miles's only possible win condition here. And it's something he has never used before and probably never would use, even if it wasn't made up. It's something he doesn't typically go for, even right out the gate. He would have to go for it frame 1 for that to be a viable win condition. Deku's win condition is, I gotta hit him really hard.
Yes.
I have the same brain cell.
I just gotta hit him really hard.
Yeah, but that on top of like all this other abilities that, I mean, that might throw Miles for a loop. Plus, I do think Deku. Sorry, not to steal your thunder. I would say Deku is probably the smarter and more strategic fighter. Miles might have been doing this for a longer time, but I do think Deku's training also really helps with that. Like he's had.
Well, okay, training, yes. I'd say experience is probably in Miles's court, because he goes through some wild shit, like the Secret Wars, Civil War 2.
Yeah.
All the Spider-Verse shenanigans.
Yeah, like Deku's faced some very strong, powerful opponents that are definitely nothing to scoff at, but I will give that.
Yeah.
Secret War stuff is probably more worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also just his time with the Avengers and the Champions that's not something that should be ignored either.
No.
Okay, the Champions are more of like a kid team. Like it was him, Miss Marvel, Vision's daughter, Sam Alexander, Amadeus Hulk, and Kid Cyclops.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about Kid Cyclops. That's something I need to dig into more. I have no idea what's going on there.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But okay.
I guess like from what I did read, I guess a few of the X-Men got like time displaced or something. Like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman. I guess like earlier versions of them got stranded in our present basically. So the past Cyclops, because I guess the modern Cyclops turned evil and then died. The past Cyclops is just now here, and he joined the Champions. So okay.
Why the hell not?
Sure. And then I mean the Avengers team that Miles is a part of. It was him, Iron Man, Sam Wilson as Captain America, Jane Foster Thor, Miss Marvel and Vision, I believe. So yeah.
All right.
All that it shouldn't be ignored. But then obviously you can throw in stuff like Spider-Verse, like the Spider-Verse events, Secret Wars. Fighting during Civil War II. Like I know people don't like that, but it is still something that's worth acknowledging, and that's put him in conflict with like Captain Marvel. Like he fought on Team Iron Man during Civil War II. And that's put him against like Captain Marvel, Black Panther, the X-Men, not the past ones. Ultimately it's just Deku's just too strong and too tough, and I really just think that's all there needs to be said here.
Especially when they're also comparable in speed.
Yeah, so I think this is so okay. As much as I love Miles, and I really have had I've had a great time reading his comics and praising them to having him back. I think I'm gonna go with Deku. Deku just seems to have more advantages in the strength, the durability, the hacks, and I would say that him and Miles can be comparable in speed, but I wouldn't be surprised if Death Battle just gives him the edge in speed just to round it all up. I'm sorry. Like, my only hope is that this death isn't worse than Static versus Miles, because poor Miles. At least he's going to get the Spider-Man title this time around instead of being called simply Miles.
There you go.
Can someone go to that last episode and fix that, please? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. He's Spider-Man. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. End of discussion.
Yes.
Anyways, we need to wrap this up.
Okay. Bro, you want to give your 2 cents? Or did you already?
I kind of already did. I'm going with Deku. I want Miles to win. I honestly do. But I don't see it. I gotta go with Deku.
All right. And finally, me. Listen, no matter what, the fact this fight is happening at all is a win for me. So if they do manage to find some argument that we're unaware of for Miles, and he does win, you know what? I can't complain. But overall, I do think that Deku's strength and all his abilities will definitely allow him to usurp the Spider-Man here and go beyond victory. So yeah, Deku. I don't know. I tried to do something there.
It's fine.
Deku will be Spider-Man's ultimatum.
Oh God.
There we go.
Okay.
That's about it. We're approximately right at the 3 hour and 25-minute mark.
Awesome.
Great.
Yep. So
Now to wrap this up, can I just say, can I please rep a character that wins?
Yeah.
Why do all my guys just die? Oh.
Who knows?
And the one guy that I repped that I was like, yo, no, yeah, no, he's not winning 100%. He ended up, he did end up winning. So it's like,
Well, funny how that works, ain't it?
Yeah. I honestly don't care that much. Someone pointed that out to me after the last time I was repping a character. It's like, man, you just have really bad luck with this, don't you? I'm like, I mean, I don't care. I don't go into these with the mentality of, oh yeah, I gotta convince everybody that my character wins. I don't care about that. But then it's like,
it's just
yeah. But at the same time, I can't help but feel a little like, okay.
Yeah.
I have one guy I've repped one character that is one.
Yeah.
Can we please change that?
I'm sure that'll change eventually. Here's something.
Well, we'll see you for the next one. Bye, everyone.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. Bye.
All right. Yep. Bye. I'll be liked everything. Yep.